Hello everybody and welcome to our Saturday stream of RogueTech, returning once again to the Black Sheep Squadron, and I'm just, everything seems to be going just fine. Hello everybody and welcome to the stream. Yes, we are going to be dropping with the Black Sheep once again. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Normally I don't really keep up with the most recent implementations of RogueTech. I tend to let the alpha happen so that other people can kind of test it, so we can maintain a pretty even experience. Although today we're actually going to be dropping with the latest alpha, so if things go a bit wrong, just understand that these changes are not yet quite in the game, and so we're going to hope for a minimum number of problems. Hello Rimmer, hello Laurendale, and hello Sean, welcome to the stream. So I'm going to just quickly refamiliarize myself with what exactly is going on. It has been a week, a little bit less than normal, because we did a little bit of an experimental stream earlier in the week, and we have most of our stuff mostly still offline. We did recently get a brand new trebuchet, which we're modifying for whatever role that we can think up with it. It's going to take, according to this list, 45 days. That's going to be quite some time, although most of our mechs are going to be ready back in another 5 or 3-ish days. So let's get things mostly underway. We've only got 3 mechs available right now, and we do have up to Mech Bay 3, and we are working on improved automation, so soon we will have all 3 mech bays working at maximum level. We are currently playing with itty bitty living space turned to default settings. The most recent version of RogueTech has been modifying them quite a bit. The RogueTech team has been hunting to try and come up with the best implementation for them that doesn't punish the early game, but also provides a challenge late game. We're still not certain if we're going to continue to use IBLS just in the default settings that they have, because I am well known for trying to grab as many mechs as possible and just trying to collect them in new and interesting ways, but the current iteration, from what we can see, is actually not terrible, so we're going to be giving it a shot. Anyway, let's go just run the clock a little bit. We need to wait a couple of days in order to get our mechs back online. And the Arbiter is complete, the Crab is complete, the Clint did not finish, unfortunately, but that will give us enough mechs in order to actually drop. Need to check if the B team is ready to go. Quick check in the barracks for our mech warriors themselves, and it does look like, Sumo's ready, Succubus is ready, Popo is ready, and Ek himself could use a little bit of gunnery, and so we're going to give him that. Alright, the B team is ready to rock and roll. Let's go check out the contracts, see what's still around, and we'll see if we can't get on the way. Apparently Clan Wolf offering a bit of a contract if we're willing to travel 48 days. No, we're not. So, recovery, assassinate, assassinate, and assassinate. I think we'll probably be able to finish off most... Oh no, there's a whole bunch more missions down here. 2.5 skulls. We could probably take them on a straight-up battle, go to ground, 2 of 9. Might want to take that one for cash, actually. We're looking at almost 900,000 C-bills, and we're only at just over 1 million. So coming out of this month with only 200,000 C-bills would not exactly be great. I think we want to take go to ground, but I'd rather grab a mission where we fight somebody for stuff. Just happen to prefer that thing. Weakest link, maybe not a great idea to begin with. At least not with the A team. You know what? We're going to take... payroll seizure. We're going to take the payroll seizure, and we're going to take it for a little bit of cash on this one. Or do we take it on... Nah, 313. We can sell anything that we want to and probably get up to that level. So get all of our A team pilots out. Put in the B team. Oh, looks like... What's wrong with the Arbiter? I have not actually checked on you. Performance warning. I need to actually check that. Ooh, interesting problem. Did we actually break anything on the Arbiter? I thought it was still in good condition after the last stream. Or did we, we got an upper arm blown apart. That shouldn't be too long of a fix. With any luck, less than a day. Cost us no C-bills. We'll get that done and be able to go right on our way without any concerns whatsoever. So apparently we needed to tighten a bolt. So, we're going to go payroll seizure. It's only 400,000, which is a little bit low. We'll take it for the salvage. Now, the last couple of times we've run a payroll seizure, we've only run into 2 units, a single mech and a vehicle. Seems to be pretty common for what we run into. I'm going to hope that that's not the case, but if that's the way that payroll seizure normally goes, then we may end up taking that mission just for cash in the future. But we do kind of want to get an idea of what's going on ahead of us. So, let's go set that up and start dropping down on the planet. Now, starting out with the B team today, because the A team is currently, still napping after the last mission that they took, which I'm going to be honest, I don't actually remember what we did last Saturday. I'm going to have to look back into that and check one of the streams. Normally, I do have a chance in between then and now to actually look to see where we sort of left off, and that I did not have that chance this weekend, mainly because in the United States, tomorrow is Mother's Day, and so we've been getting all prepared for that in order to help out my mom with that sort of thing. So, yeah, it's going to be 111,900 Seabills, 313 priority salvage, 1.5 skulls for this mission. We've located a secure pilot facility with we've located a secure facility where the local pirate organization stores its payroll before distributing it to local forces. We believe that we could use this payroll for better use. I cannot speak today. Jeez, what is wrong with me? Yeah, the B team is going to be dropping with the full-on Trebuchet, Crab, Hatchet Man, and Arbiter in this line. So it's proven to be fairly effective. I do think we can actually take on the 2 and possibly even 3 skull missions with it, and so we're definitely going to give it a chance. I'm not quite certain if Weakest Link is the direction we want to go in. It is an Assassinate mission, and Assassinate missions tend to kind of throw everything in the kitchen sink at you, but we may end up giving it a shot just to sort of see what we can do. After all, if worse comes to worse, we can leave. Although, with that said, that does remind me, there is a brand new escape mechanic. See, it used to be that you would press the withdraw button and immediately you'd be gone. You just leave the map and it'd be easy and safe. Well, now if you press the withdrawal button, you contact Sumire for an LZ and she has to go figure out a location where she can land and that you then have to retreat to. So a much more immersive system for that one, but also proving to be a little bit more difficult. Alright, so we are here. They are not all that far. So let's just get on the move and see what it is we actually run into. If it is just going to end up being the 2 units, which will be a little bit disappointing, then this may have been a bit of a waste. But we will get most of those units. There will be that as the upside. So we'll get everybody zipping forward as fast as we can. We're not going to make use of any of our special equipment at the moment. We don't want to risk it exploding. Our pilots are okay, but I'm not quite certain if they've reached the piloting skill where they don't have even a 10% chance of accidentally blowing themselves up if they hit the wrong button. So Popo continuing to scout forward in his little Arbiter. I'm going to keep him in the forest a little bit so he can actually take a look without putting himself in too much risk. Single-wheeled APC at 10 tons. Yeah, it may have been a better idea to take this one for full-on cash, because it is starting to look like this mission in particular is equipped with very light units, and also equipped with very few of those light units. So a couple of shots on the wheeled APC, not able to actually connect anything. Is the LZ a random thing, or is it semi-logical you behind your units? I have no idea. I've never actually tried the system, and I haven't asked too much about it. So that'll be an interesting thing. No target on that wheeled APC, so we're going to have to just keep on moving forward. Not seeing anybody. We got a Clint, of course, because it's always a Clint. And he managed to hit the Arbiter, too. So the Arbiter at full sprint in the forest from long range actually managed to get nailed by that Clint. So I'm going to call him some form of an ace pilot just in order to save my reputation on that one. And we'll take a peek at you. It's going to be terrible, but you know what? We've got 50s on the LRMs, so we may as well lob him his way. He's only a 10-ton APC, so at the end of the day, how much could he really be able to take? Structure exposed, and we got a couple of crits. And this is one of the new things that I kind of wanted to test out, is the fact that vehicle structure has been doubled, but vehicle armor has been reduced by 15%. So now that there are actual criticals that you can cause on vehicles, with this new change, they're hoping that it'll give you more opportunities to actually crit vehicles instead of just immediately annihilate them, since normally the best way and easiest way to crit a vehicle is to, well, blow him apart. Is to actually hit the structure itself. Well, now he actually has some structure with which to survive that fire. We're going to focus on the Clint over here because we're in a position to do something about it. A little bit of a rocket fire on there, a pretty decent amount of hits, and a head hit on that one. So moving forward quite nicely along the lines of that one. The wheeled APC, got to get up nice, up close and personal, hit us with a whole bunch of machine gun fire, but we are well armored for light little machine gun bullets. Nothing too dangerous there. And Sumo is not quite in range. Can I get him in range? Activate the mask. And we'll give it a little bit of time to calculate the new running percentages, and that's our new running percentage. And hey, we're now in range. You don't get away, my little friend. We're going to zip right up behind him. 90% chance to hit. Sumo, will you be able to make the first hit of the day with a melee attack? And he does. Annihilating it completely, and only critted the machine gun array, so we might be able to steal that. I don't know if we have any use for a machine gun array, but it's always nice to have something, a little bit of odds and ends to sort of throw into things. 46% chances on our large lasers. Managed to get both of the hits and the C3 Master, and we've critted his primitive engine, so there's not a whole heck of a lot of important things in that mech, unfortunately. Gotta keep the pressure on as we'll sprint on forward, place him a little bit out in the open, and I don't think I want to cook just yet, so I will turn off a couple of my medium lasers, keep us just underneath the threshold as we toss a couple more missiles his way. Oh wow, he is very open. So a single hit to the head would probably kill him, if we can actually manage to get it. Another hit on the Arbiter, although the Arbiter was only at 2 and still in the forest, but this guy proving to be a very skilled pilot. So we've got that much working against us. Sumo can't see him, and therefore Sumo can't get him, so we'll reserve so we can hopefully have Sumo be able to actually see this guy. I would like to run in front of him, mainly because I'd like to get another headshot, if that's at all possible. In fact, let's just see what happens if I ask for the headshot. And we're looking at awful chances. I'm not sure I can really justify that. At the end of the day, it's only a Clint. I really don't care to keep much of it intact. And there goes half the mech. It's coming apart at the seams. The medium rifle is destroyed, but he ejected from that one. So we will be able to steal the fusion core on that one. Not bad at all. Let's get running on for it. I will not activate her mask and her supercharger and her pirate engine and all the other things that she sort of throws in on that mech in order to make it insanely fast at short periods of time. But we will move everybody else on towards the location. We are going to remember to turn off the mask on Sumo. He is at a 20% fail rate, and we do not want that. And then we'll just have him walk normally, or sprint normally, towards actually robbing them of the payroll. It does look like payroll missions are going to be pretty consistently 2 units only, and if that's the case on super high level missions, like if we run into a payroll 4 or 5 skull, then it would make sense to take the payroll for salvage, but on sets like this, absolutely take the payroll for cash, and that way you will make the most amount of money. But we are going to get a fusion core out of this, or maybe it might not be. It might be a fusion cell. Grabbing the payroll crates, guarding on that one, moving Succubus in as well, just so that she can help along with the pinchy little crab claws. Pick up all that money, which is obviously in a treasure chest, and we're out of here. Lovely, and we've only just begun to burn down the entire forest. How lovely. So we've limited the ecological damage to a minimum, and that is clearly the most important thing we possibly could have done on this mission. So a nice little way to sort of get the rust off, get ourselves all nice and limber for whatever battles that are about to come forward for us. The Arbiter's going to be in repairs for a little while, which is a tad unfortunate. After all, it took 2 hits from that Clint, which is very unfortunate. But other than that, you took no damage, you took no damage, and you took no damage, so we're feeling pretty good about this one. Not bad at all. We could get a whole bunch of Clint parts. I have no interest in this. I am interested, however, in your 240 rated fusion core. Oh god, I'm going to get every single part of this anyway, aren't I? That's not fantastic, unfortunately. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 parts. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be getting literally every single part here. We'll grab the machine gun array and the tracer rounds for the +1 accuracy, and we grabbed everything, which we're going to have to sell all of this because we are using itty bitty living space on default settings at the moment. Again, that may change, but not today. Today we're going to be using it as was currently intended. It's not having too bad of an effect at the moment. It only increased our costs by about 150, and we probably could streamline things by selling a whole bunch of stuff. But we're definitely in the early stages of a career, so we really want to gather as much cash as we possibly can. But if we sold all our Clint parts, that wouldn't be a terrible thing. Not really interested in the Clint. I'm not a fan of the mech. I think I may have mentioned this several times, but I'm not a huge fan of the mech. It's a 40-tonner. It's using a placeholder model, and it uses a big ballistic in its right arm. It's not exactly the most amazing things ever. Hey, we got a Clint. Are you kidding me? Apparently we got a Clint. Okay, let's take that one. It'll take us 2 days for the next, and 4,100 and something C-bills in order to actually fix up the Arbiter. Not too terrible. We do have a single Clint that will be ready tomorrow. We had to basically take off his weapon mount and put it back on because of a glitch when we updated to this most recent version. And let's go check out our brand new Clint in the mech bay. I don't anticipate we'll actually be saving it. Yeah, it's a primitive mech. Oh, it does keep its fusion core, so we got 2 fusion core 240s out of that one. That's not the worst thing ever, actually. Alright, yeah, it would take us 8 days and 150,000, and I think I just want to sell it. I mean, maybe I need to keep it as a backup. Although, yeah, this will put us at 8 mechs, which will allow us to run 2 lances really consistently. But is there any other medium that we're closer to? We're close to a Centurion. We're close to the 3. I must admit, you don't know much about Battletech, but I had a lot of fun with Battletech 3 back in the day. Mech Warrior 3? Yes, Mech Warrior is a lot of fun, and the gateway drug for most people when it comes to this game, as we got to drive the big stompy mechs instead of command the big stompy mechs. By the way, it's a lot of fun. I really think we're just going to sell this thing. Scrap it would be 251,000. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Actually, it'd save us a ton of cash on this one. Yeah, we're going to scrap it. There's no point in order to actually keep it. It would cost us a pretty decent amount of money to put it into service, and it's not a very good mech. If it's not 50 tons, we really kind of are not interested in handling it, which probably means that we should go through our storage and just get rid of all of our less than that. But honestly, I wouldn't actually mind 35-ton mechs necessarily if they were the right kind and had the right equipment. All right, so we need to wait for the A-team to come back online. That's going to be another 2 days, so we're going to roll the clock just a little bit. Got the Arbiter back, got the A-team back, and we got the improved automation back. So Mech Bay 3 is now operating at full capacity, and we are still 6 days until the end of the month with the A-team ready to rock and roll. Interesting. Also, our cash goes up a little bit more because we now have to start paying for things. Need to take a quick check at engineering. There are now these upgrades that or not structural reinforcement. these upgrades that we can make to our storage space in order to actually save us a bit of cash on how much it's taxing us for the stuff that is in the hold. Again, I'm not a huge fan of this idea, but we're trying it for today. It hasn't been super terrible, but again, I'm not too much enjoying it. Reduces monthly upkeep by 5%. But will cost us $400 per month and take 30 days to build. It's a bit long and it's a bit small, but we're probably not going to buy them in this one. We could pick up the next level of machine shop to pick us another tech point. Not certain that I want to go in that route just right now. It'll cost 400,000. It'll cost another 5,000, and we're not really in that kind of position where we could just shell out that kind of cash without caring. So let's go grab another contract before we do anything. That way we can actually get things underway once again. I think we want to take something a little bit higher. Could go with the Gone to Ground. It's only a 2 of 9, though, which is really irritating. 2.5 skulls with over 1 million to make, and an ambush convoy, a capture base as well. A couple of decent capture bases, actually. Ooh, we may want to grab this one. It's against the Free Worlds League. Or we could take a defend base for the Free Worlds League. I think we might want bargaining chip on this one. Yeah, it's not going to affect us with the Free Worlds League all that much. We'll take full salvage on this one. And we might be able to make a decent amount on this. 4 of 17 salvage is nothing to sneer at. It's quite a decent amount of payout, especially for a 2.5 skull mission. We, according to the shields, are just at that level, but I'm not positive. In fact, before we do that, I'm going to quickly check the mech warriors in the barracks real quick, see if anybody needs to level up.
Yes, Commander.
And
I've got your back.
We're good. Okay, well. So we're going to grab this mission against the Free Worlds League, and hopefully we'll be able to kick their butt before they can really do anything. So bargaining chip for the capture base, 417 salvage, and get all of V-team pilots off, put the A-team pilots back in. Punisher in this trebuchet, Apex in her arbiter as she zips around the battlefield, being insanely nimble and aggressive. Love blowing legs off and stealing everything. That's what you're supposed to do. It's so much easier, too, in the MechWarrior games to just go after somebody's legs like that, too, because you can actually aim. So one of the things that actually kind of breaks MechWarrior Online's balance when compared to tabletop, because your pilots can actually aim at what they're shooting instead of having to roll dice to figure out where it actually hit. And because of that, it makes certain mech designs just not viable at all. One of my favorite mechs in the BattleTech series is the Uziel, actually, which on paper is not terrible, but once you put it into an actual mech warrior environment where you're the pilot and you get to shoot at other pilots, you realize that the geometry of being a giant ball like that is not exactly ideal, and you end up coming out with a situation where it is insanely squishy and very easy to kill. It's also an interesting problem with the brand new Marauder 2 that recently got released for that game, because the huge cannon that's on it is actually in the right torso, but on the model it's right above the head, and so it's easy to hit no matter where you are. So it makes certain mechs like that very vulnerable to being shot at. I suppose with a more granular implementation where you kind of moved away from the paper doll and more towards like this specific location of the mech takes damage, you might be able to pull that off, but as it is right now with the way that most games implement MechWarrior, it makes some mechs a little bit wonky. Alright, dropping down in the middle of the rain to steal this base away from the Free Worlds League, and unfortunately there are defensive turrets, and that's very bad for us, because turrets are insanely dangerous in RogueTech, especially now that they've been improved in firepower. Oh, hi! I was told this does not happen, but apparently it does. Open fire on him immediately. We'll hit the spider right away before we can hopefully do anything. Managed to haywire him, luckily, with our haywire launcher. Did blast through the rockets, but getting the rockets off the mech before they can actually accidentally cook off is not the worst thing in the world. We're going to move a flat line up here, and yeah, we may as well just blink away. He is currently protected by spawn protection, even though, yeah, it makes it a little bit difficult to try and blast through him. And wait for the black sheep to go. She also likely will not be able to hit him. And in fact, part of me wants to say that maybe I should just reserve until the bottom, until he actually moves, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to move up because, hey, maybe we'll actually get lucky and hit him. And maybe that fire will spread and actually light him on fire, which would be just hilarious. He's moving at 18. Okay, what are you? I got a cicada. You must be a pirate cicada, or it's a 3L, but he hit me with cannons. Is this the one that has 2 light rifle 2 or 2 light autocannon 2s and 2 autocannon 5s? Because it might be. Got a single shot coming in over from the spider, which tried to zip away. He is on fire now, so he's cooking just a little bit. And Punisher now coming up, and Punisher is one of the best options we can have for this sort of duel. He is, after all, equipped with long-range missiles, and he has a 46% chance of actually hitting the spider, which just ran. So let's blow him away. Maybe. Potentially. Hopefully. A whole bunch of really good hits, so the spider should be hurting. Micro 3, yeah, I already saw that. So a whole bunch of hits on the spider already. Starting to take some long-range missile fire from over here from some sort of tank. Not the worst thing in the world. And let's see what happens as we start back up to the brand new... Oh, yeah, the turrets. Oh, we've got a Thunderbolt carrier or just a missile carrier in general, lobbing a ton of missiles our way, as well as a couple of Thunderbolts. So, and some mines going down. Or not mines, but deep scans. And even more hits. Jeez, what are you shooting at me with? The Arbiter's just taking fire, almost ridiculously so. What are you up here? Oh, it's a light Thunderbolt chassis just in general, missile carrier, and the Spider, and the Cicada. So we happen to have run into quite a lot of danger and death. So let's get underway, get ourselves into the forest, get ourselves covered a bit. And I don't mind so much being near the fire because at the end of the day, she can bail out of this pretty gosh darn quickly. We will reveal everybody, which will make them vulnerable to our hatchet man. And I think we kind of have to target this missile carrier. Yeah, the Cicada shot's pretty good, but if I can remove this missile carrier from the equation, everybody will feel much safer. And we've critted him fairly decently. Got 2 crits to his Thunderbolts, but he did survive by virtue of his brand new doubled health. Alright, Punisher. Punisher may end up wanting to do the same thing. Decent shots, even better shots. Okay, so Punisher is going to split target. He's going to go Cicada and also you, and the reason why he's going to do that is because we're going to assign one of the LRMs to hopefully kill the missile carrier, and one of the LRMs to just sort of skirmish with that Cicada. So, breaching shot with those LRMs as well, hopefully deal the massive amount of damage. Unfortunately, because of him having more structure, he actually managed to survive that, and so he will be a bit of a pain in our rear for a little while longer. I'm going to sprint to get a little bit faster. I think we want to be in the forest to a certain extent for our own protection. And again, I'm going to target you because you are still, unfortunately, alive, and I cannot abide that. Still alive! Jeez, they are just managing to survive all the fire now. This makes them surprisingly robust. Although we're going to see how much they can handle with this. Mask to on. Let it run its calculations for a brand new sprinting speed, and we now know it. We're going to update, sprint, and move. Oh, good. Lovely. Absolutely beautiful. Let's get right up next to the Cicada and break him. Yes, we probably could have also gone for the missile carrier, but hey, this is a great way of removing a mech from the field, and it does appear to be the Light AC-2, Light AC-5 one, which has a pretty decent amount of firepower on such a light and small mech. So it is down on the ground, pilot injured. Unfortunately, that was our last mech moving forward, so they are now going to get to sort of mob us. We do want to take out these turrets as soon as possible because they can be extremely devastating. Spider sneaking in behind us, blasting away with both of the medium lasers, not able to connect. The hatchet man is evasive and not touched whatsoever. On to phase 13. Let's see what they're going to do. The missile carrier pulling back and opening fire with a whole bunch of missiles. Managed to nail the Arbiter. We're probably going to swing the Arbiter off to the left this time. And it looks like he managed to have a misfire. Already damaged his LRMs because he probably outloaded them. More fire coming in on the Arbiter. They're really focusing this light mech. So we're definitely going to sprint her next turn, sort of ignore being an optimal speed this time, because otherwise she's just going to take a whole bunch of damage that we really do not want her to take. And a whole swarm of missiles nailing us a little bit there. So we are standing tall in midst of the rain here. The iron high explosive rain, no less. Hopefully they're not dropping any mines. If they drop a whole bunch of mines on us, we're going to have some trouble. Cicada standing right back up. He's getting ready to fight. He is a little bit damaged. If we can actually take out his other leg, that'd be ideal. Blasting away with his flamethrower and some of his cannons. Doesn't look like he actually managed to connect, luckily for us. And he didn't move. That's a fascinating plan you have there, sir. Okay, we're just going to get underway. Because we want a decent amount of sprint on this one. We also want to make sure that we are not within line of sight on this turret over here. What are you? You are... I need to know. You're a light turret chassis, so I actually can't stop there. It may just be a good idea to run... Ooh, actually. What are you? You're a hunter support tank. You don't say. This is going to run us through fire, but this mech, for the most part... please don't bring in new people. Oh, now they're powering up. I thought they were already powered up. They were shooting at me before. That's a bit of a problem. Luckily for us, we are not in line of sight of any of these turrets, I don't believe. But we're going to see if we can't kill this Hunter Light Support Tank by blasting it with a whole bunch of lasers. And wasn't able to do it. Unfortunately, we splashed it across everything on that one. And so he's going to be around for a little while longer. We could come up here. His left side is his vulnerable side, but his left side is also the side towards all the enemy turrets. We'd like to avoid that if at all possible. I'm going to come up here. I could blast into him, but I'm not all that worried about him anymore. He's only got a single cannon, but I would like to remove some of their maneuverability on this one. A little bit of penetration on that one. His lower leg has been destroyed, which will slow him down quite nicely for us. And Punisher gets to come up next, and he's going to continue his steady plodding forward. We are going to... Actually, I can burn him down probably quite efficiently. Ooh, the missile carrier, once again, vulnerable. Do I actually know which side of... Well, actually, no, I know for a fact I don't know this. Which side he is actually vulnerable on. I think he's vulnerable on the other side, so we would have to invest quite a bit of firepower in removing the missile carrier from existence. So you know what? We're going to remove the Cicada instead before we start getting to work on the turrets. So goodbye, Cicada. Nice to know you. Missed most of our medium lasers, which is unfortunate. We did manage to core him out, which will hopefully save one of those light rifles. We may decide we want it, or we could put it on, say, the Clint. After all, the mortar is quite nice, but direct fire is also a lot of fun. See how the enemy wants to respond. We have put up an effective smoke screen. The turrets surely cannot see us from here. Blasting away a little bit with the medium lasers. And we're probably going to have Flatline shut off the mask. As long as he's this close to the enemy, we don't... Ooh, actually, I can get over there. What's my chance to fail? 10%. I don't want to be vulnerable and exposed, so I am going to run over here. We're going to go for it. Hopefully the mask will not blow up my ankles, as it wants to do. We have removed the Hunter Light Support Tank, which has placed us closer to our enemy and also hidden us a little bit. So they now shouldn't be able to see us directly, which will make it... Oh, ooh, no, never mind. They definitely see us. And some more missiles getting scattered down on the Trebuchet now, as it is absorbing fire. Not particularly evasive anymore. Also overheating a little bit. And he split fire with his... Thunderbolts. He's now facing directly away from us, and a deep scan going down, which is very unfortunate. Luckily for us, they decided to shoot the Hatchet Man, which is exceedingly evasive at the moment. I probably need to turn off his mask. I mean, I could keep pushing my luck. That's kind of what mask and superchargers are all about, is just how far do you want to press things. But I tend to try and play quite defensively with all this equipment, as I don't like having it explode in my face. Black Sheep, you can blow all of the enemies apart into little tiny pieces. We could blast a spider for very high accuracy, or we could also blast him. His front and his left is currently offline, so that's why he turned with his back towards us. But you know what? I think I am going to keep the fire on the spider. I want to remove him from the equation. Unfortunately, we missed two 86% chances, which is not exactly ideal. So we're going to step back a little bit. Give ourselves a little bit of evasion on that one. We did step out of the forest, but we should be okay. One can hope. And light turret chassis, 75 tons. We have no idea how much this can actually take, so I'm not certain that I want to be aggressive with our little tiny mechs. Could run up and stomp on the missile carrier. That may actually be the best plan at the moment. I would be stomping on your right side, which you actually have a decent amount of armor on, and I can't get to the left. So yeah, her stomp would deal 64 damage. Wouldn't be enough to do really anything, I don't think, except maybe crit for a through armor critical. You don't have a whole heck of a lot of armor, do you? We'll do it just to keep her zigzagging back and forth across the field. Maybe she'll actually get lucky and she'll hit the front of the vehicle. If so, she'll kill it. Unfortunately, she missed entirely, the 78% chance, apparently not working. But we did manage to tag him a little bit. Unfortunately, didn't do anything more than that. Unfortunately, also, I cannot punch turrets, so that's not great. What am I currently at? Fail chance of 30%. 1 in 3. A little bit better than that, but not ideal. Yeah, well, sometimes it's the same thing. I could just run over here, go for the hit, but we're pushing it. We're pushing it. But at the end of the day, why else are we here? I'm going to go for you. Alright, come on. Please don't blow up your legs. Please don't blow up your legs. Okay, we've knocked him out. Track propulsion is critical and destroyed. And he didn't explode. Okay, lovely. So we've knocked out most of the defenders at this point. We just have the spider and the turrets. So let's go position ourselves to annihilate a spider. Shut off a couple of medium lasers, as I don't need the direct fire so much. But I do believe that the Telos LRMs should be able to do what I'm looking to do. I take that back. They couldn't. Most of them hit, though, so there is that going for us. And he is feeling a little bit unsettled. He's no longer feeling quite so cocky about his chances of defeating us. Luckily, both of our mechs up front are quite evasive. Let's see if he's actually managed to do anything. He cannot. He came behind us, blasted with everything he had, and then, well, missed completely. So clearly the bad luck is everywhere around on this one. Apparently all of the good luck was taken in the last mission by that Clint, which managed to nail the Arbiter twice. A little bit more fire coming down the crab, because the crab is no longer in cover protection. Luckily, the crab is quite well armored and able to just take the damages. And a couple of thunderbolts coming down on the Arbiter, but the Arbiter is fine. Well, in the middle of an inferno, so fine is a bit relative. Let's pop back here, actually. Give me a sprint. I'm going to hide behind you. Zoom, we are on fire, but that's okay, because next turn we'll be fine, right? Blast him. And we got most of the way through the armor, but not entirely. That CT is very exposed. If we just did a little bit more damage on, we're definitely turning this on. I am not running a mask at a 50% failure rate. That's just not happening. I could just run behind you and try and hit you with an axe. That might be the best way to do. Ooh, and the fire. The fire is not bad. We don't really care about the fire, if we're completely honest with ourselves. It's not very far. And we do have spiked armor. You know what? Hit him. You'll take away his eyes and ears. From behind. Taking the headshot. Beautiful. So we've managed to save pretty much all of a spider. I don't think I really was looking for a spider, but we've saved all of a spider, so there's that going for us. Lob a couple of large laser shots his way. Managed to nail them both and the tag, or the C3 Master. So that's working out very nicely. And we'll just position ourselves to continue the pressure up on the one that has direct fire. Hi. Hopefully goodbye. And a whole bunch of missiles coming his way, and he's gone. Alright, so the first of the 4 turrets is destroyed. These are all missile turrets, and thus an ecological disaster is imminent. A little bit of more fire coming down on us, but we are in cover. We do have a little bit of evasion coming for us, although I do think this tile will probably light itself on fire in relatively short order. A couple of more misses coming out of the Thunderbolts, but we are good. Nice and safe.
Heads up, Commander.
Oh no, come on. I'm not done with these guys yet. They brought a Saladin? Well, at least it's not in spawn protection because it moved immediately. So we do have that working for us. Alright, Apex, you are on the move. Yeah, we're just gonna ignore it, actually. We'll stay at a distance for a little while. And lob a whole bunch of shots. Got most of that on that light Thunderbolt turret. So we should actually be able to take it out this round. Alright, we are going to stay in cover with some evasion going for us. And yeah, we're just going to blitz it with everything we've got. We may as well, just to make sure that it goes down. He's dead. 50% of the turrets are out of there. So the Thunderbolt turret, one of them, should be no longer concerning us. I'm going to reserve flatline just for now. We're going to wait to see if anybody else wants to rear their ugly head into the middle of this fight. We get Trebuchet on the move. And so the Punisher will have a target. We are on fire, but we should be fine. 15% or 46. Obviously, we're taking the 46 and just going to lob some missiles his way. Just sort of preceding that. He's only got 153 armor. That's not terrible. So we should be able to do quite a lot of damage to him just with our LRMs alone. Got a Wasp showing up, only 20 tons. Not exactly a big deal. Flatline, you're going to sprint then. You're going to sprint through the fire and the flames and get yourself all the way to sort of the tip of the iceberg here. You do have a shot, and you may as well take it. I mean, it's not like you do much shooting anyway. So may as well just sort of stretch those mental muscles. We do see another target off in the distance. What are you? A Shadowhawk. Ooh, that's worth stealing. That would make this entire mission worthwhile for a 55-ton Shadowhawk. It's a 5S, which does mean that it's an energy mech. The reason we know that is because we have 2 5S's in our other campaign. Not exactly the biggest fan of Shadowhawks, but Shadowhawks are cool. They're very efficient mechs. I gotta give them that much credit. Alright, let's get on the move, because we are quite quick. And ooh, there's a dropship about to show up right here. So we don't exactly want to drop there, but at the same time, I don't exactly want to drop myself right in front of a Saladin. I think I'm going to sort of play the edge of the map right there. And this is not a location where the dropship is dropping, so we're going to go right here. You can't touch me. Hi, you are a Wasp, so you're not exactly bringing a whole heck of a lot to the table. But you are still alive after that. He has been haywired, though, so we are starting to make serious progress on that front. Do we keep the pressure up on the Wasp? I don't really think we do. I can't get a shot on him. Ooh, if I take the obstructed shot, I can get on him. So let's pull back just a little bit. I don't quite want to be seen by the Shadowhawk, but I may not have a choice. Yeah, not if I want to sort of be able to look over the entire area. So we do have the Shadowhawk. We are on fire, unfortunately, which is a bit of a problem. And we could shoot you. Small laser off. That won't quite get our heat problem under control. So we may as well keep it to on and just sort of give him a little bit of a gift. Managed to hit him with all of our lasers on that one, so not terrible at all. Flatline, what's your current axe chance at? Or what's your current mask chance at? 10%. I think we're going to save it just a little bit longer. We're going to reserve him. He can stand in the middle of the flames for a little while longer and not be in too much trouble. Maneuver ourselves a little bit to the back through a little bit more flame, but we are okay because next turn we should be fine. 52% on a Saladin. Not terrible at all. We're going to just lay it into him. Saladins don't exactly have a whole heck of a lot of armor, so that can help out a little bit. And if he comes forward, he may actually put himself within axe-wielding range, and that will be quite lovely, as we'll be able to hit him with it. Wasp is pulling back, has realized that it does not want to be shot at by a medium mech and a Arbiter, which is pretty decently well kitted out, actually. 4 medium lasers is not a bad set of armament on pretty much any mech up until about 60 tons. And even then, big ballistic plus 40 medium lasers is not a bad combination. All right, we got a Pegasus moving forward. It's not the biggest thing in the world. I'm really more worried about his cousin. But he did manage to get some acid damage on the trebuchet. That's a problem. The main reason for the problem with the acid damage is that'll actually improve the Saladin's chance, if he's an AC-20 Saladin, of just butchering that mech entirely, because it's going to take 20% more damage. And the discotheque coming out of the 5S Shadowhawk managed to actually target Aquarius, which will actually make the Crab also vulnerable to incoming fire. Really, everybody's just setting everything up for this Saladin. I'm not happy about it. Shadowhawk coming forward, not quite within range, unless I turned the mask back on, but it's a 10% failure rate at this point. It's a little bit of a tricky thing to worry about. I may end up doing it. A 1 in 10 chance. We did push our luck pretty significantly in the last turn, but it might be worth it. Saladin coming forward, and... okay, what the heck? That was more than one shot, so... maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just a glitch. Are you in range? You're in range. Okay, we're not going to go for that. Hi, Saladin. I don't know what you got, but it could be an ultra autocannon. I don't want it to happen. Yeah, but it will blow up the legs, and if it blows up the leg... it is an ultra autocannon, and we did save it. Okay, I don't have a mech to use it, but I'm taking it. Wait, don't we already have an ultra autocannon? That would be 2 ultra autocannons. That would be a lot of fun to have. Again, don't have the mech for it, but we can build one. Alrighty, so the blastaways from the enemy turrets, which is a little bit unfortunate, and we do need to get on the move. We're going to sprint, just sort of keep up with this little incident occurring over here. Hi. I'm just going to burn you down and continue to blast you. You cannot get away. I am the superior mech. And there goes his entire arm and shoulder. So he's not exactly having the best day ever. But yeah, if a mask explodes, you do still lose your kneecaps, and that's a bit unfortunate. Alright, we are under temperature if we actually do this, but if we do this, we are going over temperature. I don't want to risk the ammunition. Can I turn one of them on? I cannot. So we're probably just going to sit here and bombard them and pull back a bit, because we do have shoot and scoot. So if I changed these... ooh, that's not terrible at all. Let's go Deadfire. So we're going to increase his damage pretty significantly, and most of those hit. Oh, that was a painful experience for him, and we're going to pull back into the forest, get ourselves back under control temperature-wise. Flatline, you're going to move right up in here, and you're going to say hello. In 95, I could do right there. That'll still sort of protect me. Yeah, go swing that axe at 95%. Wow. That's the second headshot he's gotten this mission. Well, we know what we're spending all of our parts to buy now. I mean, we're getting a Shadowhawk. Alright, that'll be nice to have. Let's get everybody else on the move. So we need to start I was about to say pressurizing, but no, we're about to start pressuring that turret, because I don't care about the wasp or your headshot kick. See, what he did, and what the game didn't adequately show, is he leaped up, did a somersault, and dolphin kicked his head off. It was beautiful and lovely, and that's a really nice mech to get all of those parts for. Oh, that could be our first 55-tonner. That would not be terrible at all. That would be a very nice increase in firepower. I don't think that it has a cannon slot, so we can't exactly put our ultra autocannon into it. Pegasus is zipping along, doing its skirmishing job, blasting into the Arbiter, getting a couple of hits with some SRMs, but not terrible. We are still mostly alive. It's going to be a couple of days of repairs on this mech, at the very least, which is unfortunate. And the Wasp continuing to run. He wants no part in any of this, and more pulse laser fire coming down to the Hatchet Man. But we are alive and not really caring. Lovely. And more fire, because now this turret gets to finally get back involved in things, sort of sandpapering away the armor from the Crab, but we're all nice and safe around here. Apex, you're going to... actually, you're just going to continue to give this guy love. All the love. Zip, hi. I think bye at this point, but maybe not. No, it was the maybe not. You, on the other hand, can go take care of this. 78. I don't want to do the 78. I don't want to give him a shot. We're going to go for the 83 on the side shot. I don't want to give this turret too much of an easy time. Okay, there goes the Pegasus. We are down to just one of the reinforcement units at this moment. And time for us to start putting a little bit of pressure down. So we know that this light turret chassis is almost dead. So, honestly, we can just pull into a position where we nuke him with the missiles. Because clearly we can't shoot at the other one, even in... oh, can we indirectly? We cannot. Okay, so we're just going to give him dead fires from across the map, mostly because we're almost out of ammunition with the standard. So the overpowered, slightly more strength-worthy Deadfires are not going to be the worst thing in the world to invest in. 75% of the turrets have been destroyed. And we can just maneuver to a decent high ground position, shooting down on you. Hello, I have a whole bunch of shots for you. And a decent amount of damage. Almost got through the armor, but not quite. And the Wasp. I was about to say the Wasp strikes back, but he only fired at medium lasers, so that's not exactly the most terrifying thing that we've ever run across. And a little bit of missile fire coming in. Getting a couple of hits. Nothing too bad, actually. Crab should be able to finish off that reinforced turret without too much trouble at all. Flatline can't actually do the honors unless he wants to try and go and laserize him, which we're going to figure out who he has a better chance at. Yeah, take out the turret. Lovely. That turret is currently offline. So we've taken care of all the turrets for a nice little cash bonus on that one. Oh, well, we didn't quite take this mission for cash. That does, of course, also leave us easy to just zip in behind him without having to worry about our own flanks. And that'll be the last of him. Dropship arriving. Did I leave anybody in the zone?
My machine guns are empty.
Where did we kick his head off? I think he should be out. Oh, I hope to goodness that he's not in that zone. Because if we just lost all of those black... if we just lost all of the Shadowhawk parts, I'm going to be very sad.
Talk to me.
And if Punisher had gotten squished, I was pretty sure that I had managed to keep away from it, so... Alright, we'll run into the base. We are occupying the zone. Please tell me you did not squish my Shadowhawk. Because we got a headshot for that mech. It was really cool. And having a Shadowhawk would be a nice boon to this company that we really, really kind of need. I mean, we need to start getting ourselves into the upper 50 tons. And in order for that to happen, I need that Shadowhawk. So if you wouldn't mind not breaking it. Oh, wow, the Hatchman just cleaning up. Both of these were headshots, by the way, and then he stomped a whole ton of vehicles. Trebuchet picking up one, Crab picking up a single vehicle, and the Arbiter killing a Wasp. Not the biggest thing in the world, but hey, it contributes, and also a 35-ton mech. Aha, they're here, and we only need 3 of them, so we can also save for other stuff. Lovely. Let's check out what else is here. We've got a large laser in tech plus, minus 30 to all range brackets. Lightweight and does not require ammo, but runs very hot. And... reduced heat, reduced range, reduced damage. So why would I ever want that piece of junk then? Light autocannon 2 and 5s are interesting to have. Do I have any actually? Because they are an easy one. No, I don't. That might not actually be the worst thing in the world. Wait a second. Where's my ultra autocannon? Don't steal an ultra autocannon from me. Thank you. I already have one of these, right? I do. Do I have the ammo for that ultra autocannon? That's the other sort of important thing, and it is double. I do. Do I want 2 doubles? I do. Because double ammo is not common. Neither is ultra autocannons, if we're completely honest with ourselves. I want a double heatsink kit. I gotta grab the kit, right? Oh yes, I must have that kit, because we are going to build a brand new Shadowhawk with all sorts of fun stuff. So let's hope for the ultra autocannon and the ultra autocannon ammo. We are getting a Shadowhawk because that has to be something that we go for. The medium lasers are all just medium lasers. The Magnas are a little bit hotter, if I recall correctly, but they do a little bit more damage as well. The medium pulse, don't really care about. We already have 2. Thunderbolt 5, ignorable. The Bloodhound and the Angel are really nice, and the cooling pods used to be good, but now not so much. We already have Endosteel for that. It comes with a 275 rated engine, which we don't have. But I can't afford not to take it, so lock it down. Alright, so we got no additional Shadowhawk parts, so we got exactly what we needed, so that's pretty decent. And 2 Spider parts, which we don't need. A light autocannon 2, LRM 15, LRM 20. We did get the ultra autocannon, so there is that, but we didn't get the ammo for it. So, and you can't exactly run an ultra autocannon on, or 2 ultra autocannons on a single ton of ammo. So, unfortunately, we didn't get the fusion core that we needed, and we didn't get the ammunition for the gun. So, that's not the greatest thing in the world, but at the end of the day, a fairly decent haul. I mean, we got some really nice lasers to go along with this, and it's going to take this Shadowhawk probably 2 months in order to actually see any real combat, assuming it can stay in the repair queue the whole time, which we've already got a Trebuchet currently in the repair queue, so that might make things a little bit more difficult. But yeah, we really don't have enough cash in order to fully refit it anyway. If we're really super incredibly lucky, it's gonna come with the 275 fusion core, but I really doubt it. We also don't have any light engines to take care of that, and I don't put XL engines in larger size mechs. I suppose I could try, but Well, I was honestly originally intending to kill that Shadowhawk just by giving him one chop to the torso, and then blowing up a side torso on the Shadowhawk 5S will kill the entire mech because of that XL engine. So I fear XL engines. I'm not a fan of them at all in putting them in Airsphere mechs. Now, if I get a Clan XL engine, I'm putting that in anything. All right, we got the 5S. We've also got a Spider 5K, and we're going to have to spend 231 for the next 8 days, but that's okay. So, yeah, we picked up 2 mechs out of that one. One of them is mostly useless, which we're probably going to sell. So let's go check out our brand new mechs in the mech bay. We have 600,000-ish in order to actually spend on this. So our brand new Shadowhawk, it had the heatsink kit, but not the core. Oh, that's painful, because we took the heatsink kit. Oh, should not have taken the heatsink kit. I have buyer's remorse. Wait, no, it does. Oh, we saved it both? Oh, that's amazing. Aha, and the Angel ECM. Okay, this haul was just beautiful. And the internal engine cooling, just... This was lovely. This was beautiful. All things good have occurred today. I take the jump jets out. Okay, so we actually got the Shadowhawk. Like, a proper Shadowhawk. So, give me Endo Steel. And... that's about it. I don't dare put stealth armor on this mech, because this mech is going to be toasty. Although it really doesn't need to be. Oh, who am I kidding? It's only got 2 missile slots and 8 energy. Of course it's going to be toasty. So we do have a double heatsink kit, and we do have a 275 rate of fusion. Do I need to do that? Oh no, that's the slot where we put our special engine, which we don't have unless we decided that suddenly we wanted to put an internal combustion engine. Which, yeah, we're not doing that. Prototype double heatsinks, we don't need that. We have double heatsink kit, which is quite nice now. Whole bunch of fusion core types. And I could put in a cooling pod, but I'm not really enamored by the cooling pod, if I'm completely honest anymore. It's a one-use thing that can get rid of a lot of problems, but it's not the grandest thing in the universe quite anymore. What will we need to turn you into a death machine? Well, honestly, we do kind of need that engine if we really want to make it run wonderfully. We only got 13 tons, which is a bit of a problem. Let's armor this up. It puts me at 19, and I will ooh, no, I need to... Honestly, I need Pharaoh, but I don't have any. So at 0.19, we're going to mess with that in a bit. So that gives us about 12 tons. So let's see what sort of energy weapons we can put on it. Pulse lasers are obviously something that we really like. Unfortunately, pulse lasers are also incredibly hot. We could put on a snub-nose PPC. It is going to be fairly quick. This mech will do 610, which is a 5.8 table walk, which is not terrible at all. Snub-nose PPC is 6 tons, and also is only 35 heat, which is not the worst thing in the world. Do I need to put in the double heatsink kit for you to figure it out? Yeah. So we could do that, and then 6 medium lasers? Ooh, the heat actually would probably become a bit of a problem at that point. Yeah, that would put us at 90-something heat, but a snub-nose PPC would be really nice. One of the reasons why we used to just load up on lasers was the fact that lasers had an innate +1 accuracy. They don't do that anymore. So putting PPCs in is no longer a bad idea. So we're going to put a snub in the right arm, and I really do think we just finish it up with medium lasers. I mean, it's a bit of a disco machine, but yeah, we could definitely do that. So if I went 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5. What's my heat at right now? 72 for 85, so we're currently burning 13, which means we can alpha twice, and then the third time we'll be pushing ourselves over the heat threshold. It's not the most brilliant thing in the world, but we can do it. What we could also do is we could throw in another double heatsink, which I think I may end up doing, and that'll get our heat pretty decently under control. We've also got the Angel ECM for a little bit more protection. Disco, disco, disco. Exactly, with Sparkler. So that might actually be the mech. It's not the most expensive mech in the world. It's only 518,000. It doesn't have the light engine, but it'll be solid. If we compare this to, say, the Crab, which is 2 large lasers and a small, that's more damage than it can do. The other is 4 ER medium lasers off of our Arbiter. Yeah, this wouldn't be terrible, I don't think. Firepower, what are we looking at? 195? I mean, it's not going to win any awards, but it'll work, I think. Yeah, I think that might be good. Laser. Oh, yeah, good point. Do we have an energy control system? Oh, we do, a plus plus. Beautiful. Thank you very much, Nathan, for pointing that out. That's obviously we need cockpit systems in this thing. Anything else to go with this? Not looking like it. Although what we could do is, yeah, we could pull the spiked or the comm suite off to put on a spiked helmet. That would actually give us another ton with which to throw even more supplies on here. For that, we could actually get up to 84 in heat sinks. I think I've got another double. I do. So if we put a spiked helmet on it, we could actually get it to 84. Spiked helmet, is that just initiative? Plus 1 injury, plus 10 damage. You know, if I put a spiked helmet and a spiked fist on it. No, we don't have any exchangers, I don't think. No, we got prototype. Yeah, we've got a prototype double heatsink. A single heatsink double left, a cooling pod, which doesn't do what it used to do. Cooling pods, ever since the activatable equipment, are now much more like their tabletop counterpart. So you use it once to shed a whole bunch of heat really quickly, whereas they used to be, they chopped off like 3 or 7% of your heating in general, and that was just amazing, especially for how light they were. But now you use them once and then they're done. What can I throw on for, well, basically 0.19 tons? Ooh, rockets. Do I have a chaff rocket launcher? I do have a chaff rocket launcher 5. Oh, lovely. Okay, we're going to go to 85 so I can throw in a chaff rocket launcher 5 on this thing. There we go. Right. Oh, other torso. There we go. Alrighty. I think that's a mech, actually. Oh, it's not brilliant. It's not beautiful, but it'll work. If I lose one initiative to pick up the spiked helmet, I gain another double heatsink for a little bit more control. Because right now we are cooking at minus the chaff rocket launcher, which is an additional 9. So minus 9 puts us at 85. We're cooking at 7. What do you guys think? Do you think that we take out the comm suite to put in a spiked helmet, and then also throw on the, and then on top of that we throw on another double heatsink just to keep the heat a little bit more under control? That'll put us at cooking at 1, which, you know, that's, even if you deal with a whole bunch of hotter biomes, that's actually pretty reasonable. So the fire control energy handles most of this. It takes away our ability to put on any sort of sensor systems like powered sensors, but we don't have any anyway, so it's not a big deal. You know, I think I am going to move in that direction. Spiked helmet on there. Heat. Give me double heatsink. Thank you. And let's lock this in. You know what? You get a name. You have a new name. Heat control seems more valuable than initiative. Yeah, it allows it to keep shooting. Disco. Alright, so the Disco Hawk. We're going to lock it in for 521,000. That actually still allows us to stay above the cash threshold. So not terrible at all. Alrighty, we got a brand new Disco. And that'll be ready in another, what was it, 50 days? 33 days. Another Herbert Chase, 37 days. Okay, Speedray, little spider. Let us see what you actually managed to save on this mech. So I'm going to theorycraft something and just... This is just for the joke. I'm sorry, but I just want to point something out. If I get a light enough engine, I could actually do that. It'd be an Irby. An urban mech with an Ultra AC-20. Oh, I wish I could do this. I don't think there's any physical possible way to do this. If you stripped all of the armor off and gave it the lightest of engines and all of the weight-saving stuff, I don't think you could do this. But it still would be funny. In any event, we're not keeping this spider. Nothing on the spider actually got saved, or nothing of value anyway, so we're just going to scrap it. 233,000 C-bills, that'll get us a little bit more cushion there. We're up to 941. We do have 8 mechs, although 2 of them are in long-term building. Where is my Disco Hawk? You are there, so you're in the long-term building, which means the clint moves up there, and you can move right there. Lovely. Alright, so we are 3 days away? Yeah, we're 3 days away from being able to field another Lance. Just do a quick check, make sure that the Lance will actually be ready to go. Oh, absolutely, 3 days, and we'll be rocking and rolling. We won't have the Arbiter, but we will have the Locust, or the Rapier, which the Rapier does fine. Wait a second, where did my Clint go? Don't know. Magic? It's back, okay. That worried me for a moment. I was like, did I accidentally scrap it? Alright, let's chug the clock on for 1, 2, 3, and stop. So we accidentally went the clock a little bit on too long. So we've got 2 days until the end of the month. The B team is ready to rock and roll, and we have a whole bunch of mechs. Let's check out the B team, make sure that they are actually truly ready to rock and roll with all the skills they could ever desire. Popo really kind of does need gunnery. He doesn't need guts at the moment. Minus 5% heat generation is not the worst thing, though. But I do want to give him just a little bit better of a chance of actually hitting the broadside of a barn. I find that to be quite helpful. Alright, contract. Let's go kill somebody. Try and figure out what we need to actually do. We could take that 2.5 skull battle. Where did it go? Gone to ground? Gone to ground. Yeah, I think we're going to do gone to ground. It is 2.5 skulls. It is a straight up battle here on Blue Sava. But that will allow us... Oh, it's against the Free Worlds League. I'm sorry, guys. But we need to do it. I need the money. I need the cash, man. You can't deny that of me. So we'll take all of these people off. Ek gets back into the trebuchet. Popo in the Arbiter. Succubus in her crab. Actually, it's the Black Sheep's crab, but Succubus borrows it on occasion when she needs to take a joyride out into the middle of town with a couple of large lasers and a C3 Master. That C3 Master system is interesting. It's basically a super tag, which is fun, but it also took up the slot of basically a medium laser, so in some ways I'm not super happy about it, but in others, C3 Master, how could you not love something called that? So we're going to rock and roll on another Free Worlds League group. I'm sorry, House Merrick, but unfortunately there's really good contracts against you. Maybe if you offered some really good contracts, we would work for you instead, but clearly they're not doing that at the moment. They're trying to get by and just offering discount contracts, and who's looking for that? We need money and lots of it. Oh, rather desperate for money, actually, unfortunately. And also desperate for more mechs, although we're getting 2 very nice mechs, which we may even retire? I don't know what we retire, though. I'm trying to remember what we put on that trebuchet. Didn't we turn that trebuchet into basically another trebuchet like we currently have? Minus the Deadfires? Or did we go for SRM control on that one? I'm really trying to remember. I know we did something with it, and I know it's a full, complete design down there. But yeah, that's the Disco Hawk, though, is going to be a lot of fun. Because we got incredibly lucky with it. First of all, we had enough slots in order to grab it all. We got the headshot. We got the fusion core. We got the double heatsink kit. We got the E-cooling internal. I mean, it was amazing, all of the amazing stuff we got. Alright, let's rock and or roll. Get ourselves involved in a straight-up battle. Popo! You shall go scouting. Oh, it's this map. So enemy shows up here, reinforcements from over here. It's a whole bunch of fun. And it's also a map that Barradul, way back early on in his RogueTech career, ran into a dagger around here, and a Genji, which just boiled his entire lance. It was one of the reasons why we ended up making the Hellhound in Starburst Sardaukar, because I saw just how insanely effective flamers and other heat control weapons could truly be.
Good to go.
Alright, get Sumo on the way. Get him with his hatchet man moving forward. Although if we can get like a big rotund mech with big claws that break people without having to use a hatchet, then that would be a little bit more ideal. Just to sort of fit with his name. I suppose if we got ourselves that Hatamoto Chi that is currently dual-wielding katanas, that would be even better, but we're not currently heading towards Draconis Combine Space. Although maybe that should change.
Time to earn our money.
Okay, we got a Hoplite, we've got a Phoenix Hawk, we've got a Bushwhacker, and we got a Commando. So, yeah. Let's get things under control. Rockets! 63% chance. I want to get them off the chain as early as possible. Also allows us to get that narc in through a little bit of enemy defense. That's actually one of the big reasons that it's on there, is so that we can actually penetrate the enemy's defenses just a little bit. You spam them with enough rockets, they can't actually handle it. ER medium laser fire. We actually managed to hit him with 1 point of damage from long range. Not the worst thing in the world. Although we do have to get Popo on the move, because he's being shot at by a large pulse laser. And that's a painful proposition. Also because he's being seen by 4 mechs, and that is also an incredibly painful proposition. So the Bushwhacker coming forward with... Ooh, Bushwhacker with a large pulse. That's kind of scary. Oh, are you Blazing Inferno? Blazing Inferno VPL, Variable Pulse Laser? Yeah, we gotta get you on the move, because otherwise it's just gonna get ugly really fast. We will be able to turn on Mask, should be able to run up and get at least the Commando, the Phoenix Hawk 1K. Are you... Yeah, single large and 2 mediums at this point. Could be worse than that, but I'm hoping not so much. Alright, Succubus, get on the move. Let's go see if we can't bail out the entirety of the Lance. Do you have a shot on the Bushwhacker? It's a terrible shot on the Bushwhacker, but it's there. Much better shot on the Hoplite. We'll go take that. The bushwhacker's evasive, unfortunately. Nail him! Ooh, oh, everything got in on that one, so he is having a bit of a bad day. Ek, let's get you on the move as well. Get you up into the forest and the trees. That way you can defend yourself just a little bit better. Position yourself, hopefully, to be able to bombard that hoplite even more. Bushwhacker's a really nice shot, but the hoplite is slightly better, and we're going to take it. If I can get Sumo into melee range with that bushwhacker, we've got him. Because the bushwhacker has one critical weakness, and it is the weakness of all bushwhackers, except for the ones that I build. It has an XL engine, which means if we kill a side torso, it's dead and gives us 4 parts. Hoplite is flying through the sky, blasting into the side of the Arbiter, so that Arbiter's gotta get on the move. Gotta get on the move yesterday. We didn't quite mean to place ourselves in the middle of everybody, but that's exactly what we did. So we're going to move down south. Hi, I'm evasive, and I have 3 pips of evasion, and I'm in a forest, so deal with it. Could blast you, could blast you. Really, it's gonna peach us down to the hoplite. Keep the peppering fire going. Didn't actually manage to hit him with the, whatchamacallit, thingamabob, the who's-a-what's, the haywire this round. So that is a tad unfortunate. I do have not the bushwhacker in sight anymore, but that's okay. Enemy is currently contemplating what exactly the best maneuver is, and the commando will move off to the side, but Sumo has a plan. You see, Sumo is equipped with a mimer acceleration signal circuitry, and he is incredibly fast. He's calculating, calculated. Calculon shall destroy you. Not great, if I'm completely honest. I'm actually going to place myself outside because I can axe you in the back. Oh, wow, censored because it was just too gory to put on TV. He is gone. And highly evasive, and also currently protected by a bulwark thanks to his special abilities, which was lovely. So the hoplite's out of the fight. Wasn't exactly the way I planned for it. Please stop shooting the Arbiter. Do not put your hands on the glass. So we are going to have the bushwhacker get on the move. You are in range, and you can't stop what I'm about to do to you. I think we're going to come up here. We're going to pepper you a little bit. 76% or a 59. Oh, keep it in the 76. It's much more accurate. Blasting with a whole bunch of medium lasers, not able to connect, but it's the missiles that are the damage dealers, and he currently has an exposed torso now, so we can deal even more dangerous things to him. So really, at this point, it's going to be moving over here and axing him. Hopefully, it's not going to be too difficult of a chance to make. I'm not quite sure if the X3 is packing some form of electronic countermeasure. Hopefully not. And the Phoenix Hawk maneuvering a little bit, but at the end of the day, he's a Phoenix Hawk. And while he is a very cool design, don't get me wrong, all you Phoenix Hawk lovers out there, it's a Phoenix Hawk. Let's be honest with ourselves. Not very good there, but I can get a fairly decent one there. Yeah, we'll just move right in the middle. We are a crab, after all. That's exactly where we're supposed to be. Yeah, I'm going to put the pressure on you. Oh, we got a penetrating hit on the head. Really? Oh, really? So, basically, if anybody looks at this head wrong, it's gone. You don't say. Okay, new plan. Possibly. I'm not quite sure. Actually, can I borrow your commando over here for a moment? I need his many, many small lasers. Basically what we need to do at this point. Yeah, I suppose I can make it attempt to work with the trebuchet, but Sumo's up first. He's got a pulse laser. If I wanted to shoot you, what would I be looking at? You're not that evasive? I think I'm gonna do it, and I may come to regret this decision in many, many ways. Go over here. Kill the Phoenix Hawk. I'm really, really hoping I don't end up regretting this decision, but I see a chance. Oh, no! No! I took this for cash! No! But I had a bushwhacker in my sights. Oh no. I had so much hope. Try and blow his head off anyway. We gotta hit on something. He is haywired. He's not having a great day anymore. Pull back. Pull back!
Commander?
I take this one for cash. It doesn't matter anymore. Offensive push. Go for his head. Why? It's the principle of the thing. It's not really working on principle. But Ek, you have a lot of shooting, right? You can hit him with many fire shots, correct? Yeah, let's just throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. Yeah, cook it. I just need one hit, basically, to tear off his leg. It did not work out. But hey, at the end of the day, he's not having a good time. He's feeling a bit unsettled. He would like us to sort of stop, talk this out, sort of see where we're moving together as a group. And of course, he's going to go punch with the bushwhacker. I'm sorry, man, but you're an Omni-mech. Well, actually, no, you're not an Omni-mech. You are a battle mech designed after, or influenced by? How would you even describe that? So the Bushwhacker was sort of started to be designed slightly before the clans invaded, and then they ended up finding out that they couldn't quite make it work, and then the clans invaded, and, well, they ran into the Vulture and realized it was everything they needed to actually design a proper battle mech, and so they stole some positioning and placements from that in order to fix the Bushwhacker. So you're kind of designed with influence of the clans, in which case, why are you punching anybody? The clans hate physical violence. Oh, that was just mean. I don't like you anymore. I want to kill you quite badly. Please don't move all that fast so I can nail you with a lot of heavy weapons. I mean, that is the best way to handle everything. Okay, please die. I'm gonna move right up behind you. I'm sorry, but there's no chance in saving you. Or I could miss by 11%. Okay. There wasn't much of an 11% left. That would have put me at, yeah, 92. Okay, not the greatest thing in the world. What side is currently missing? It's the other side, isn't it? Yeah, it is. If I walked up here and set myself to deadfire ammo, I would be looking at a 65% chance. If I walked up there, though, instead of sprinting, I would be looking at a 65. And if I turn these back onto normal, it would be an 81. Yeah, we're going to do that. Hi, I can't keep this pace up, so I am just going to fire at you with missiles. But rest assured, I brought everybody else to go help out blast you with everything. Mainly Succubus. Ooh, you get to move before me? Wait, who's left? You? He's gonna go punch again. And he's on fire. And he does 20 damage with a punch. Dude, you have a large pulse laser. Why? I don't quite understand it. I don't pretend to understand it, but you know what? It's not my job to understand, it's just my job to kill you. I'm sorry, sir. I'm only doing my job. Yep. I'm fond of the Bushwhacker. Remember, it was the first mech. Yep, it is the first mech you get in MechWarrior 3. Oh, you start out with that Bushwhacker with the large laser, with the LBX cannon, the SRM and the LRM. It's a very nice mech. It really is. And that niceness is not just in MechWarrior 3. It's just purely a nice mech in the universe. Let's maneuver to basically here to blow you into little tiny pieces. Yeah, I don't mind cooking because you're the last mech on the field. I'm very irritated at you for having destroyed part of, well, blown through the armor on the Arbiter. The Arbiter is quite expensive to fix and repair. It's kind of weird, actually. Hi, I have a lot of fire. This is how you do it. Okay, there goes his, like, mask still on. I didn't think I turned the mask on at all. I'll double check Sumo, but I was fairly certain I had the mask off. Because he didn't need it. Oh, no, it was on. Thank you, Nathan. I thought I did not have this thing on. Ooh, that would have been bad and made that even more expensive. Walk up over here. We are on fire, but it is okay because we already knew that. Okay, I asked you to hit the center torso. Thank you. But you did hit 2 targets, and that's not cool. Alright, so everything is taken care of. The mission has been successfulized. Unfortunately, that Arbiter is going to be in repairs for a little while longer than I otherwise would like to prefer. So, Arbiter in repairs, we have a Raven to sort of back it up at the end of the day, so it's not the biggest thing in the world. This will give us a fairly decent amount of cash. Unfortunately, this was not a mission where you could multiply your cash, but at the end of the day, it was only 4 mechs. If we had taken that mission, though, for all stuff, it would have been a 2 of 9, so we wouldn't have gotten many Bushwhacker parts anyway. 907,170 C-bills, and the Free Worlds League is not exactly happy with us. Hatcherman, of course, cleaning up almost all of that, and the Arbiter needs a little bit of a patch job. Oh, that's not a terrible pickup, actually. Picking up a multi-missile launcher is, it's basically a missile launcher that can handle both LRMs and SRMs. It can be quite interesting. And the odd things that you can do with it, like stacking a whole bunch of SRMs into MML9s, thus increasing the number of shots that you have. Well, whatever. What I really would like to get my hands on are MRMs. We found out in the Sledge's Hammers? No, it's not Sledge. Rippers Rumblers campaign that MRMs are absurdly good and apparently incredibly rare. We've been looking for quite some time for another MRM 30. It has not been happening. We run into MRM 10s all the time, but an MRM 30, geez, that thing is like, it's like gold. You just can't find it. So we have been looking, well, though, if we really wanted to find it, we'd head up by way of the Draconis Combine. They have a lot of interesting stuff, but right now we're looking at the Capellan stuff because they have some really cool mechs I'd like to get my hands on. So wait for them to come back to our ship, loading the mechs back on board our Leopard and then bringing it to the Argo. I'm a little bit surprised. Did they ever actually name the Leopard in the game? Seems like something that you would do rather naturally. 13,692 for the next 5 days. It's not the worst repair time we've ever had, but it's also mostly that arbiter, isn't it? 3 days on that, so we're putting you at the top. It'll take 1 day to get that trebuchet and the hatchetman done. Then the other trebuchet and the Disco Hawk can start being worked on. Can I get... I can. Ooh, okay. Stop. It's really hard to get that. Alright, we will do an average monthly payout. We're up to almost 950,000 C-bills. We do have people ready to rock and or roll for today's mission. I was hoping to run a mission before the end of the month just for a little bit more cash, but it was not to be. We have the A-team ready to rock and roll, so we're going to go check them in the barracks, see if they're actually ready to level up. They do not appear to be so. I take that back completely. Apex is ready to rock and roll. Overheat threshold, that could actually be pretty nice. Or gunnery. Also really nice. It's the -1 recoil penalty level, so we could start putting it on a ballistic mech. We do have 2 ultra autocannon 20s. Maybe later. Overheat threshold would help her out a lot, especially with overheating. And she already is fairly decent with those ER medium lasers, so we're going to go in that route. Flatline, he can get gunnery, but at the end of the day, does he really need gunnery? The answer to that question is no. Punisher, on the other hand, does need gunnery, but he is already at maximum 6s. And checking the mech bay. Do I have any repairs that I actually need to get done at this moment? I don't think we do. No, we're good. We've got 5 mechs. So we're ready to rock and or roll. Let's go check out the contracts. We have more things to do. People to see. Places to explode. Beefed up security we could take. It's a 1.5 skull mission. We're kind of trying to move beyond that. Abandoned factories, capture base, logistical breakdown. He said nope. Hold the line as a defend base. The Free Worlds League would like us if we did it, and an assassinate mission of 3 skulls might be a bit behind us. Let's go work for the phone company, Comstar, and we're working against the Lyrans. Not terrible, because we have a whole bunch of reputation with the Lyrans already. That may actually bring our reputation with Comstar up a bit. Ooh, I like that idea. Making the phone company happy is a very good idea in this universe because the phone company is really, really dangerous. Pay your bills, kids. AT&T with guns. That's all. So we'll get everybody in the A-team situated in there. Mostly their main mechs. Apex now having to sit in a rapier, which does not have amazing jump jets. So she's not the happiest of campers. After all, that Arbiter is rather ridiculous with what we've kitted out with. But she's got a little bit more firepower. I mean, I do believe we have better SRMs on this thing. We did put SRMs on this thing, right? I'm not thinking the wrong mech. We generally build our rapiers in pretty much the same way. It's SRMs, a haywire, tagger, and medium lasers. Give or take a tagger. So let's see what it actually gives us. RNG giveth and RNG Jesus taketh away. For certain. After all, he did give us 2 headshots in a row. But then he also gave us several 87% chances to hit with large lasers to miss in a row. So, indeed, one of the great things about RogueTech is probability is actual probability. It is not lying to you. That number that you see is that number that you see. Whereas in vanilla Harebrained Schemes Battletech, it actually starts to give you a secret bonus every time you miss, which can... it makes you feel better, but it does actually take away the real challenge of the game. So working for the phone company on this one, going out to a base to scan it, pick it up, and capture it. Hopefully we don't run into too much opposition, i.e. turrets. I don't mind fighting mechs. I do mind fighting turrets, because turrets are terrifying. When you can put every single point of your tonnage into a weapon system, you make a very dangerous system. Alright, we're dropping down on this one. An abandoned factory, so we could be looking at any one of a million. It's got turrets, of course. Flatline, on your way. Oh, I don't actually know this map. That's very interesting. Let's get on the way and zipping on forward. Flatline, followed, of course, by Apex. Apex is... Okay, so this is the listen kill SRM6s with the... Oh, this is an odd loadout. An ER medium laser, a medium laser exo, and a small laser. So, running the bit of the gambit there. And we'll keep running. We'll just go all out on this one, because I don't think they can actually see us for the first round or so. And we'll get ourselves as quickly as we can up around the zone. This time we have brought the A-team, so probably we actually should have gone against that one, that 3-skull mission if we were ever to go against it. But I kind of would want to save it until we had our 55-tonner with it. Because getting the Disco Hawk on board would be really, really nice. Flatline, you're about to run and locate the entirety of the enemy troop, I do believe. We didn't, but that's okay, because we've only located one of the turrets, which is fine. That will allow us to get into positions where we can start shelling the crap out of it. And I can't do anything about it, which is the greatest of feelings. Oh, great. We've activated everything. And the defenses are powering up. Got a little bit too close. which is unfortunate. I can hit you with a medium laser. Hey, blinked it for 1. Well, 28 damage. The Black Sheep herself will now get involved in this combat. She does, of course, have 2 large lasers on board, which are very efficient at blowing the crap out of everything that she could ever desire. And we'll just get her out forward as much as she can. 81%. Miss and a hit and a hit. So we actually managed to hit with the Master, but we did miss one of those large lasers. Had we hit it with that large laser, great things would have been done. But sadly, it was not to be. Line up the one we have in line of sight for a 94% chance. Let's find out if they got any AMS. Well, I can't see that because they decided to put the force between me and the actual shooting. So that was a bit unfortunate.
Yes, Commander.
I could run up to start shooting more, but that would require me to run into range of the actual turrets. So I'm going to shoot, and then I'm going to scoot into the back so that nobody can actually see me. And that is, of course, the safest way to do things. I could run forward with you as well, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not suicidal. Brace you as well. Punisher, Punisher, you can just basically do exactly what you just did with 99% chance accuracy. So they do have an AMS, which is unfortunate because he shot down enough of those missiles to be irritating. Maneuver around to the side. The Black Sheep should have a target on this one. And she does. Take it away. Okay, first of the turrets is down. This one does have an AMS, but we should be moving on top of it in fairly short order. I would like to take care of all the turrets before we actually get involved. Steiner is up, and Steiner is lobbing some thunderbolts. Or was that fast cam? I'm not really clear on that one, and it's a bit of a problem. Alright, Flatline's up, so Flatline can basically... Are you surrounded by mines? You do not appear to be. Lovely. So get on the move as quick as you can. Position yourself right so. We'll find out if there's a 4th turret. We don't see it, but it's got to be out there. It's almost always there. Wow, it was right there in front of you, and it's not exactly moving.
Aye, aye.
That's okay. We understand some people have difficulty hitting turrets that are 2 feet in front of them. Not there, because I want to shoot the other one. There we go. Maneuvering ourselves to be rather aggressive. See if we can't use our lights, well, our lights and our quick movers to actually take care of this. We could not. The Black Sheep, on the other hand, will probably be able to wipe it out. She's also going to place herself up front in order to be in the middle of every single turret, apparently. And he's dead. Okay, lovely. So that is no longer providing any sort of AMS coverage, if that's what he was doing. Punisher, you can blow apart one of the turrets so that we take even less fire in return. That would, of course, be ideal. Let's see what the LRM's 97, 90. If I swept over, 94 for the Deadfires. I'm going to do that. If we can get the Deadfires on, they deal a pretty decent amount more damage. And almost took it out completely. That would have been very nice. Unfortunately, we are getting shot at. And the reinforcements have arrived. We do, of course, see their dropship at this point, so that's a bit of a problem. Because we know, well, what... Actually, no, seeing the dropship's pretty good, actually. It allows us to know where they're coming from. I take that back entirely. Maneuver over here so that we avoid being shot back at. A single medium laser. Should have gotten a little bit closer, because I keep forgetting that these LRMs are exceedingly close-ranged.
Negative damage.
But
Repeat,
we'll be fine.
Negative damage.
Well, you don't have to sound so happy about it. Black Sheep. Target, yeah, the broken one.
Got it.
1, 2, 3, and 4, actually. So that turret just went poof, and it's gone. So we will start maneuvering over to this side, still drawing fire if need be, but also placing ourselves in a position to deal with the next threat. And we'll get on the sprint. Apparently, oh, it was way up here, so if we want to do anything, we're going to maneuver here. That's fine. He's not in a position to be seen by anything, but that's okay. If he can't shoot anybody, nobody can shoot him. That's exactly how that works, right? We'll probably lob another set of Deadfires. Yeah, 99% chance to hit, so here you go. Have a gift from me to you. Oh, almost wiped it out entirely. Had that not had the increased amount of structure, he would have been dead. What? I say again, what? I'm hoping those are mag shot rifles, because if those were Gauss rifles, we got a problem. Alright, let's go find out what exactly we managed to piss off. Take this thing out, please. Preferably with all of your shots so you can be impressive. But no, miss one. That's alright. We don't need to be incredibly effective about things. Start moving forward, see if we can get anybody on sensors. We do not. Now, the bright side is they shouldn't be able to see us unless they have some phenomenal probes themselves. I take it back. They can see us. We got a Hoplet, we got a Stinger, and we've got a Cicada. So, who had the Gauss rifles?
Yes, Commander.
That's the only question I want answered. The rest of you can go. But the Gauss rifle person needs to stay. Or, you know, tell me that you do not actually have Gauss rifles, because that would also be a good thing. What's the enemy going to do at this point? They're just going to sit there and think about what they've done. Cicada moving on forward, so he doesn't have the Gauss rifles. He's got a PPC instead because he is just that guy. So that's a bit of a danger. Luckily for us, we should be able to run up to him and hit him with an axe in the next turn. So that'll allow us to be very aggressive. The hoplite is equipped with I don't know what, but hoplites, we've been running into quite a few of them, so maybe I should grab them. The only thing... A stinger? So we've got a hoplite, a stinger, oh no, the stinger from over here. So we still haven't seen Mr. Mystery Man. Punisher.
How can I help?
I require a rain of steel. I don't actually have a shot there, but I can switch over. So that will give us shots on everybody, should we desire it. It'll do. 40%. A little bit of love over towards the Stinger. Stingers are not exactly super well endowed with armor, so it's not like he can afford to take too many hits from those LRMs. Okay, those are Gauss rifles. Those are light Gauss rifles. Or maybe maybe normal Gauss rifles. In any event, they did 46 damage through the cover, so I'm not having a good day. Are you a Huron, maybe? What in our weight bracket would be carrying that? I'm at a loss. Any ideas, guys? Because now I'm seriously concerned. This was not meant to be a dangerous mission, but it's about to be an exceedingly dangerous mission, and I'm quite afraid. We're going to maneuver around over here. Still nothing on sensors. Let's plink it. Hit the hoplite. Got one hit, one miss, and then everything else managed to hit him as well. So we should be a little bit more accurate. Flatline, surprisingly, is fairly far down on the list of people who are going. That's an obstructed shot, so we'll maneuver over here. Still nothing on the active probe. Keep the pressure on the hoplite. A couple of numberless kills actually managed to hit him. I was hoping to pressure him over the line. Ah, you are in axe range even without things. Although, there is... whoever's lobbing Gauss rifle shots around. Would I be in cover? It wouldn't matter anyway, would it? I don't want to go there. It'll kill the cicada, but I don't want to go there. Turn the mask on. We need to... I shouldn't be able to reserve out of the mask. Did I not turn it on or something? It's off. Okay. So apparently I did not turn it on. So mask is on. Calculon. Or calculated. Okay, so my goal is to hit him with hopefully not taking any hits from Mr. Big Bad Terrifying. Hi, 83. Good enough. Maybe not. Actually, are you dead? Oh, we killed the snub. I like snub-nosed PPCs. They're cool. We still don't... No. Oh, there he is. What are you? Oh, you're a bombard. Let's go take a look at this bombard. Yes, it does indeed have its own custom model. Yeah, that's not something I want to fight. Not happy about that, actually. I need to start getting some pressure down on the enemy. We need to start handling them. Doesn't look like it's super fast, but let's go take care of him. So we need to deal with the hoplite first, because the hoplite is basically running the front line. I might have the distance for mask to get there. We're going to give it a shot. Stinger, run it up. Stinger is going to go for a punch, despite the fact that he is dual-wielding guns, not able to quite connect with our Raven. Raven is too nimble for him. He cannot handle it. I'm also very happy that we turned to face him, because had our back been towards the enemy, we would be probably having several holes in our back armor, and that would have been very bad. Hoplite bouncing around to the side, opening fire, but he's not particularly accurate because he's bouncing around. And any real number of shots is going to basically ruin his day. So let's all maneuver around to his back, because I can do these things. Hi. I'm being jammed by your ECM, but I am going to blast you in the back quite nicely. Oh, got a penetrating hit. He's lost his evasion. Haha, Punisher. Go and end the hoplite. I'm going to move up, not all that quickly, but at the end of the day, what you're actually going to do is you're going to turn the dead fires on, and you're probably going to rip him in two. 99.1%. Kill. Please. Hopefully. It's thinking about it. No, the damage reduction is a bit of a problem. Stability check passed. Failed. There we go. He's got to be on the ground and vulnerable. And we only need a little bit more damage, hopefully. I think he might have an XL engine. Maybe not.
I'm too damn hot.
In any event, the Black Sheep shall now go. And she is quite well known for her capability of blasting people into oblivion. Unfortunately, she can't see people from here. That is very unfortunate. Okay, you are going to have to move a little bit, which is not great. But I will be able to position myself to basically kill him. Go, please, XL engine. No, not an XL engine. I mean, side torso destroyed, which is nice, but this guy is still packing. Am I in range? No. Oh no. Am I? I am one tile away from being in range on you. You jerks. Get on top of him. And the reason why is because Gauss rifles in this game have a minimum range. Shoot him! Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him! And we should be able to turn off the mask starting next turn, so there's that, yeah, bombard positioning. Oh, those are the first two shots he actually missed with the Gauss rifle. So that's lovely. And he didn't move all that quickly, so we can basically position ourselves in front of him and hit him with the hatchet. The hoplite is going to be able to get up. The hoplite, of course, is... Oh, no, the Stinger's up. Stinger's going to go for another kick. He actually did manage it. Dude, you have lasers. I can see them in your hands. You're dual-wielding guns. You've got finger guns, man. Use them. I shouldn't complain. I mean, he's only hitting me with a little bit of damage. Okay, hoplite is back on his feet. Is he going to jump? Are you going to fly? Are you going to go for it? Yes, he is. Going for a rear attack. He hasn't learned his lesson just yet. And the fire spreads. Apex. Okay, Apex, your plan and your goal in this mission, should you choose to accept it, which, congratulations, you've been drafted, is to basically blast him in the leg that he's vulnerable on, which is his right leg, which is unfortunately the leg that he currently has towards the hoplite. Which means if I do that, I'm going to get shot. Apex, you're going to reserve. Flatline, that's what I was hoping for. Turn off the mask. Deactivate the system. Mask is off. We are ready to do damage. Hi. You have twin Gauss rifles, which I'm interested in. But you're a 50-ton mech, which I'm not. Kill a CT, please. Hey, we saved one of the rifles. I can work with that. I mean, I would have liked to have saved both by a perfect strategic shot right into his back. But I will take both. Well, I will take the one, because that is reasonable. I go for the leg, go for the leg, go for the leg. Okay, that'll work. I wanted the leg down so that we could, you know, do amazing things to him. It was not to be, clearly. Can I get a direct line of sight on him, or am I blocking my own way? I am blocking my own way. That is unfortunate. Sprint! We did cook last round. That is extra bad, because it does mean I got to shut off some medium lasers in order to just strike him with the force of Legion. Hi, you're only getting the LRMs. Sorry. I couldn't afford anything else. There we go. Hoplite is down. AC-10. Ooh, the double heatsink kit would have been nice. But at the end of the day, we're getting a Gauss rifle out of this, so I can't complain too much. Finally, he uses his finger guns. Actually managed to nail us for a pretty decent amount of damage on that one. Is he going to run? Are you going to fly? Are you going to jump? No, he's just going to walk away. Apex. Commander. This is one of the reasons why you waited. The other reason was so that I didn't have to expose you to being shot at in the back by a very, very angry mech with many large cannons. Shoot him in the back. It's thinking about it. Oh, just gone. Good night. Alright, we still have to occupy the base. I totally forgot about that. We did take this one for stuff, right? I think we did. I'm 90% positive we did. We're working for the phone company on this one. We're stealing stuff. Alright, time to get on the move with our scout mech. So, got a single Gauss rifle, didn't get a mech out of it. 50-ton mech, so I'm not super broken up about it. Had it been a 55 or 60 or larger ton mech, I'd be a little bit more broken up about it. But as things stand, that's reasonable. Gauss rifle plus ammunition would be worth it. They are quite heavy. Could be a light Gauss rifle too. There is always that chance, opportunity, likelihood, I suppose. And if so, then that's fine as well. Although, can you fit two? Well, you can. I know for a fact you can. And he wasn't moving very fast.
Yes, Commander.
Thing is, we don't really have a mech to use it, because what we need is we require a mech of at least 50 tons with a ballistic slot, and we don't have one of those. We've got mechs with missile slots and energy slots, but the only mech I believe that we have with a ballistic slot is the Clint. And the Clint isn't exactly the most capable of handling a Gauss rifle type mech that we already got. We actually do have two very nice big ballistics once we actually get ourselves a heavier or larger. Like if we could get ourselves a bushwhacker with a big ballistic, that would not be terrible, especially if we managed to keep the speed up. Alright, get ourselves on top of the location. We are about to enter the zone. Hi, we have capped the base, correct? Seriously, that bombard was terrifying, and we got very lucky. He didn't cause more damage than he did. The amount of armor that he peeled off was quite nice. He basically hit us with 2 medium lasers every time he hit with one of those. So, while that doesn't seem impressive, it's the fact that it's the 2 medium lasers on exactly the same spot, and we're running 50s and lighters. Alright, the base is ours. Let's go steal the really cool stuff. Well, I'm hoping we got that Gauss. Actually, it might not even be a Gauss rifle, I'll be honest, because they don't have any special weapon effects in the game. So there is, of course, the possibility that it's not. I think it is, because based on how much damage it was dealing to us and the fact that the mech had 2 of them was moving 2 inches an hour. But that's not a guarantee. We did destroy the one, unfortunately, when we blew off the entire arm. So let's go see what we actually managed to steal after we see how much we made. Yeah, 218,000, increased by 10% on that one. So that's not a bad pickup at all. Whole bunch of pickups on the crab and the hatchman dealing the damage that he needed. Actually, everybody picked up a pretty decent amount. So the bombard, it is a light Gauss rifle. Uses its engines and compact heat sinks originally intended for the HNT 181 Hornet. Also carries light Gauss rifles and a chameleon light polarization shield. Fascinating. It's got a light Gauss rifle. Sheath beacon. Compact heatsink. We probably blew up the kit. Yeah, we did. Fire control system Gauss? What? How about ammo? Do you got ammo? Oh, you got ammo. Solaris cage. Based on the armor call design, Solaris arms upgrades this cockpit with a hardened cage IFF jammer, enabling it to take heavier hits with these. Oh, that's a cool combination. There's a lot of cool combinations in here. How many parts am I getting? 10 additional. Ooh. Sheathed beacon? Or Gauss ammo? I need the Gauss ammo if I want to make use of this Gauss rifle. It's a light Gauss rifle. It's only 12 tons. Which... okay, so it's a... Ooh. That means it's basically a suckier AC-10. I am no longer nearly as enamored with this thing as I used to be. The fire control system Gauss actually is useful. Because that can be used with any Gauss rifle, right? Plus 2 Gauss... okay, so the 15% damage. That would be 5 plus 2.5, so 57.5 damage. It's not quite doing 60. So it is a weaker AC-10. For the same tonnage. Probably over a longer range. And with no heat, so there is that. And more ammunition. Because it's 15 rounds per light Gauss rifle ammo. Can I afford not to take this? Sheathed beacons are amazing. We don't have a mech that can use it anyway. Let's just hope. Haha, we got both of them! Okay, so we got both of those. The rangefinder, a compact heatsink, which we can't use anyway because we don't have the kit for it, and a bombard part. Alright, that was really good. I'm actually quite happy with how that turned out. So we got basically almost everything that we wanted out of that. I mean, yeah, there were a couple of things that would have been nice to pick up, but you know what? We can now build a Gauss rifle mech. I don't know what we're going to do with it. We don't really have a mech that can do it at the moment. I mean, 12 ton, 13 tons for a single weapon system, plus a fire control system would make it fairly accurate, plus a weapon mount. We could turn that Clint into a Gauss rifle carrier. It is possible. I mean, it loses one of its biggest advantages, which is the fact that it's lobbing mortar shells of multiple types, the ability to basically crowd control a little bit with the airburst and the acid and the guided mortar rounds, allowing it to take advantage of the enemy. It's a very effective and dangerous weapon system. Okay, effective might be a little bit of a push, but it's a nice one. So we're going to have to actually check out to see who sort of we're getting close to. Because putting a light Gauss rifle on a mech, it is basically going to take the spot of an AC-10. But with a +2 to accuracy, no heat, I don't think Gauss rifles have recoil, or at least normal ones. I'm going to have to check on that, because I'm actually really not sure about that. It does have a minimum range, which is a bit of a problem, but any pilot with a decent tactics score isn't going to care, because they can basically ignore that. A quick check of the mech bay, so that I can see that Gauss rifle. Yeah, just a quick check. You have a ballistic, but I'm building you for melee, it doesn't matter. You have no ballistics, you have 2 ballistics, but you're a 30-ton arbiter, or 35-ton arbiter, so that wouldn't really work. You have 4 ballistics, you have no ballistics, you have no ballistics. Yeah, we need to get ourselves a larger mech with a ballistics mount, in the arm preferably, because that'll give us even more accuracy. Mediums, high, I'm looking for not this, honestly. Yeah, just not that. Quasimodo is basically a super hunchy. Shadowhawk, it's an S version without the ballistic. Huron Warrior, of course, has a Gauss rifle normally on it, so that would be really nice to have, though. The Ghost, of course, does not have ballistics. More Ghost parts. Ghost 11s versus Ghost 10s. Wolverine does have a ballistic, and I do believe it's in the arm, too. Griffin, no. Crab, no. Uziel, some Uziels do. This one has 2, but that might be torso related. Machine guns, doesn't say where. I think they're in the upper torso. Centurion definitely does have a ballistic slot, and we're close to it, actually. It is a 9A, which means it's a primitive mech, which means we got to swap everything out, but it's an option. Wolverine again. This one is not the ballistic Wolverine, and the Gauntlet is an Omni-Mech, so it's got everything. So really, if we can just run into a Gauntlet 1-0, that would be ideal. Alright, how are we for mech pilots at the moment? Everybody is pretty much out, so we need a couple of days just to fix everything. Yeah, this will take a couple of days, and we'll be all done with that. Alright, so let's roll the clock on, right? Because all of my warriors are currently out. Yeah, okay. So we need to spend 4 days, was it? Yeah, 4 days. So we get to chill for the next 4 days. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop! Alright, so we're working on the Trebuchet and the Disco Hawk once again. All of our mechs are once again back. Quick check on the mech bay, make sure we haven't missed anybody. How's everybody feeling? Okay, they're all good. And the barracks in order to make sure our pilots are good. Which apparently our pilots are already at basically the same time, so we can just go through everybody. Flatline, we're saving because we don't need gunnery. No. Succubus, no. Sumo. Also, same problem with Sumo and Flatline. I'm just not going to give them gunnery. There's no point. They are much better served by getting guts, tactics, and piloting. If you're going to go with a full melee mech, gunnery is completely pointless. It's one of the few times where there's a stat that's a dump stat. Although guts is kind of getting into that dump stat territory at this point because you're only getting 2, maybe 3 heat upgrades and everything else is injury resist, and who cares? What is a mask? Mimer acceleration signal circuitry. What it does in universe is it basically turbocharges the muscles of a mech, the Mimers, which allow it to sprint forward even faster. In game, it gives you just it's like 50% increased sprint speed, 15% increased walk speed. It's incredibly quick. The problem is that the more you use it, the more it starts ramping up a chance to explode. And if it does fail, then it crits and destroys your legs, parts of your legs anyway. So, not quite as bad as a supercharger, which when it fails, it explodes and it's in your CT, but it's not the best thing in the world. Logistical break. I really don't want to take an ambush convoy. Is it time to move on? Not quite, but we're getting close to that. Frontier Justice is a 2 of 9, sizable bounty. We'll take this one for cash. Hence the need to turn off. Yep. Because if you just keep it running, it keeps racking up a chance to fail, and then it explodes. Now, the great thing about Mask is Mask exploding is not the end of the world. A supercharger exploding is kind of the end of the world. Because when a supercharger explodes, the supercharger explodes. It's gone. When Mask fails, it takes a crit, which damages it. You're not allowed to use it anymore. And it also breaks 2 of your legs. By which I mean 2 of your leg, whatchamacallits, actuators. So you're slower, you're less stable, but the mech is still active and fighting. Whereas if a supercharger explodes, it takes like 50 hit points off your CT, which is really rough to deal with. And also you lose the supercharger. And I think I've blown up 4 superchargers just because I forgot to turn them off. It's always hilarious. So, Mask is better purely because of that. Because if you forget it, it doesn't destroy the entire piece of equipment. But superchargers are also nice, and when you can start stacking them is when things start getting ridiculous. That pirate engine we have inside the crab, when we turn it on, it increases our walk and sprint. If we had a supercharge in there, that'll increase our walk and sprint. And if we have a mask in there, that'll increase our walk and sprint. And you can combine all of those. And you can get some really ridiculous things. There was actually a glitch going around in a previous version. It might still be in, but it was in a previous version, where you can get Endo TSM. So it's basically Endo Steel while also having triple strength Mimer, which allows you, if your mech is hot, to do more damage in melee and also sprint faster. It's really cool stuff. And if that is not supposed to be able to work with Mask, but there was a bit of they didn't have the exclusion in for it, so you could actually combine Endo TSM with a Mask, a supercharger, and a pirate engine, and you could just go flying. Like you were breaking the sound barrier. It was hilarious. Someone was posting up screenshots of just how quick they were able to move, and it was just like, oh my god, that is amazing. Now, of course, TSM and Mask are not supposed to work together, so I'm pretty sure they've patched that out, but for the period of time where it existed, it was pretty cool if you could maintain the heat. And that's the big thing about mask. You've got to be at 45 heat on this gauge, otherwise it doesn't do anything and it just sits there. Or not mask, but TSM, the triple strength mimer. Alright, let's just get underway. We're gonna go kill an outlaw mech warrior. You could get here in time. Or I could run there quick enough. I'm not going to use the mask because I want to make sure that it's available for that final sprint in. So we'll spot with the Arbiter and then sprint in with Flatline to kill him, and maybe we'll just bail on him. We could make a little bit of extra money if we kill the Lance, if it's not too dangerous. It is only a 1.5 skull mission, so that's a possibility. Was it 2 of 9, so I don't feel any problems with taking a 2 of 9 for cash on this one. We'll make about 700,000, unless it gives us even more for blowing up a secondary Lance. But yeah, our crab is equipped pretty heavily with some speed in the CT, right? Yeah, we've got the engine pirate. It doesn't have a supercharger, but the engine pirate alongside its mask. Yeah, this is mask system right there. Allows it to just go blazingly fast when it needs to be. We don't often turn it on because we generally don't need it. But when we do, we can get anywhere we generally have to be. Okay, we've located the enemy. He is in a Wolfhound. Interesting. Normally you would run into these targets in a, whatchamacallit, a fire starter. But not today, it would seem. If I go in this direction, I might be able to get up there. We'll just run. We might just be able to shoot him to death. We're in a fairly decent position to do so. Should he actually, you know, move his butt and actually pull himself out of his position. Punisher, keep on the move. We'll keep the pressure on. We'll maneuver you around side here so that nobody feels lonely. Keep a battle buddy. It's very important for survival.
Primary target damage, Commander.
Good. He will now alert everybody in the area that he is being shot at, and we will hopefully kill him before anybody can respond. They're pretty far. Ooh, you came forward. Oh, that was a ballsy move on your part. Quite a few shots in the Arbiter. Arbiter needs even more defenses, unfortunately. Do I have any sort of like stealth armor on that? If not, I need to get more. Terrible shot. 33%. How about if I just walked it? 46%. How about if I just stood still? 39. Okay, so we are going to walk forward. Arbiter is on her own. She has no battle buddy. Not Arbiter. Apex. One hit, one miss, and the small... So we got the C3 missed, the large laser missed, the large laser hit, and the small laser hit. So, not terrible. Working fairly decently on that one. Flatline, he's in range even without the mask on. Oh, I love it. It's going to be beautiful. 78% chance. Let's just go swing an axe at him, because maybe it'll connect. And if it does, he's dead. Yes, the target has been eliminated. Mission accomplished. Proto-laser AMS. Interesting. Where's the evac zone? It's right here. Yeah, we're out here.
Commander.
Goodbye. I'm sorry, this was too easy. We took a little bit of damage on the Arbiter, which is going to require a couple of days repair, but nobody else actually took any hits. And the enemy hasn't gotten here yet, so you know what? Goodbye. Nice to know you. Operation successful. We're gone. Oh, I love it. Normally they don't sort of let you get away with that, but just being able to move up here was... And the fact that he came forward. The fact that he came forward is what killed him. Yeah, he just hung way back, forced me to take another couple of turns to get to him. He would have been safe. But no. We're not going to use the mask just yet. If worse comes to worse, we can turn it on and sprint home in the next turn. Although we might be able to make it there in the next turn anyway. We're just going to get everybody in the escape zone. So that we don't have to worry. So an easy 700,000. Could have done that with... even the B team wouldn't have had that much trouble. Although the B team doesn't have quite as good of a melee pilot. So that might have been causing a couple of problems. The enemy is on the move. They're attempting to show up, but the joke's on them. We're already out. You didn't even realize we were here. So basically stealth ops with mechs. Okay, and we're in. And we're gone.
Mission successful.
So that was easy. Assassinate missions normally are not that easy. There's another assassinate mission on here right now that's 3 skull that I kind of want to take, but I'm also sort of fearing, because if we take that mission, we'll probably run into heavy mechs galore and get shattered. I'm a little bit worried with the trebuchet, to be honest, because the trebuchet that we have right now is a little bit under-armored, and also doesn't have a lot of ammo, so can't stick into a very long fight, and the period of time where it has its sort of overwhelming amount of firepower with the Deadfire LRMs is really limited. So I am somewhat concerned about bringing that mech into a heavier fight. 714,770 C-bills. Only the Arbiter took damage on that one. Not terrible at all. No injuries or anything. And we got a Wolfhound part. I would have yeah, I would have preferred the energy. Or the ER large laser. That would have been a nice pickup. But yeah, we'll take a Wolfhound part. A 1X. Was equipped with a fairly decent pulse laser too. Managed to just nail Arbiter. That's going to be at least 2 days of repair. Maybe even 3. The Arbiter does not take damage well. I need to double check why, but the armor seems to be really expensive to repair on that mech. I'm not quite sure why. Probably put something like some kind of special stealth system on board there. Or at least that's what it feels like. If not, we've got stealth armor, and if they have the open slot, we can use it. It will cook the mech a little bit more, but it's not a terrible thing. Although she is a fairly decent skirmisher. Just able to get around wherever they need to be. They got the jump jets to just go flying. And then the sprinting speed to just get behind everybody and blast them in the back. Combine that with a haywire I was about to say haywire alarm. They do exist, but no. The haywire narc beacon types launcher. And it's a pretty lethal combination. Because it can basically shut someone off. Or not shut them off, but it reduces their accuracy, it reduces their ability to move, and it reduces their heat sinking. So it makes them toastier, less likely to hit you, and less likely to get away from you. Nice combination of weapon systems right there. Oh, it's only going to take 1 day. Nice. So we'll be able to... Oh, I could just turn it around now. We do have the Raven, too. The Raven can kind of fill that role. It's a little bit shorter ranged, but yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll grab the B team and just immediately launch them on the next mission. Because we may as well turn this around as fast as possible. Beefed up security would be defend base. Could take another assassinate. This is 313 at 1 skull. But it is also paying out nearly 600,000. Logistical breakdown I really don't want to take. Ambush convoys. We do ambush convoys with 2 mechs. With 2 melee mechs. I'm not sure I'd want to give it a shot with 1. 4 of 17 though. A Capellan convoy? I think I want to save the A team for that. You know what? What's the point? If you're not trying, you ain't living. So let's go. We're going to grab most of our A-team. Or not most of our A-team, most of our normal frontliner mechs, but we are grabbing the Rapier on this one. Ek is going to be in his Trebuchet. Popo in the Rapier on this one. Succubus taking the Crab, and Sumo in the Hatchetman. 2.5 skulls against a convoy. It's a little bit higher than what we can normally do, but I think we might be able to take it. If not, then this is going to go very south very quickly. So we'll get ourselves deploying in on this one and see what we can actually pull off. With any luck, we'll get in there, we'll blow up the entire convoy, and we'll get some really nice salvage out of it. With no luck, then we're about to take a lot of damage. It's kind of the problem. So we're going to have 4 vehicles that we got to destroy. With Ripper's Rumblers, they can actually do this mission fairly nicely. They've got a really good Hatchetman. Not as good as ours, actually. The Rumbler's Hatchetman is actually not as good as the Black Sheep Squadron's Hatchetman, which is kind of funny because the Rumblers are further on in the game. But the Rumblers also have a Mr. Shanky. And Mr. Shanky is very nice to have on vehicle assaults because he's incredibly quick. So 2 melee mechs allows them to basically wipe out the entirety of the convoy in 2 turns and have a little bit of redundancy before turning around and then just chopping up everybody else. It makes them pretty dangerous on those missions, and it's one of the reasons why I'm not incredibly afraid of taking convoy assault missions with the Rumblers, but I am much more worried about doing it with the Black Sheep because they really don't have the same level of punchiness that you'd otherwise kind of want in that sort of setup. So going to be working for the planetary government on this one against the Capellans, but it's not going to bring them below any sort of threshold, so we're good on that one. That would, of course, be the one worry. We do want to sort of keep everybody above in thresholds, because once they drop down, they pay out less, and they don't give as good missions. So by operating and sort of balancing everybody and steadily working them up, we can actually sort of work all sides in conflict. Works out really nicely, actually. Alrighty, let's go see what's going on. Stop the convoy from escaping. They escape if they reach here. The convoy is over here, which means they're starting probably over here, moving down around this corner, then down here, then over here. So they're going to be moving incredibly quickly, but we got to get on that road as soon as possible.
Understood.
So once we travel down this road, we can probably start putting a little bit of pressure on. That's my belief on this map, but I don't do convoy assault missions all that often, so that could be all wrong. Hopefully I'm not, though, because we really need to get this done. Also, we would like to get some really cool supplies. That would also be really lovely. You do have a pirate engine. Interesting. That's a 15% weight save. I could put that on a larger mech if need be.
Affirmative.
Mask is a booster system for the legs, giving you more speed, but there's also a chance to damage the leg because you're overclocking the actuators. Yep. overclocking the actuators, pushing them to the limit, and, you know, eventually exploding them. There's actually different tiers of mask, too. There's, like, higher levels of it, which are even more effective. I think... Is it Mask 2 or Clan Mask? One of them is, like, super reliable. Someone actually recently on the RogueTech subreddit put up a list of all the failure chances for each piece of equipment at a given level. And that has proven to be quite nice to sort of reference. Though I don't have it with me at the moment.
Right here.
Alright, Sumo, it's time to get to rolling. Oh, as soon as he thinks about it. It is a great game. This is a fantastic game. Especially with RogueTech, which sort of fixes a lot of the problems that I have with a vanilla game.
What's up, boss?
It's one of the reasons I love this game so much. Alright, keep moving? Yeah, we'll keep moving. Keep the pressure going. Oh yeah, I took all your jump jets out so I could give you better stuff. Where is the enemy? We're gonna find him eventually. And then when we do, all hell's gonna break loose.
I'll race ya.
Because we're gonna be in the middle of a very nasty knockdown brawl. Hopefully they don't just go across and down. That would be unfortunate on many levels. But this is supposedly the escape zone, so.
Commander.
Alright, Popo, get up here to activate the convoy, I guess.
I've got eyes on the target.
Hey! We've located them. We can't shoot at any of them because we don't have them in arc, or no, we just don't have a line of sight. Okay, we can work with that. So the convoy is there. Sumo
Receiving you.
can't probably hit him with mask this turn. But next turn, he very likely will be able to. So we'll zip him up there. We'll be able to use the Raven to sneak forward, and then we'll also be able to use Sumo to then come around to the corner and break somebody. Hey, that's a hit, sir! That's an AC-20 on wheels. It can be lesser things like AC-10s, but that's potentially a lot of damage that we're about to face. RogueTech is a huge sandbox in terms of unit gear, and basically ends up considerably more complex. It is. It's drastically more complex. I mean, just in the vision rules alone. It's doing a really good job of translating a lot of the tabletop into the computer game. Although, a few of us are not super happy with the most recent change, but other than that, this game has just hit every single note with me. Like, it's not often that I find a game that is just like, wow, every single decision that you've made is something that I wholeheartedly agree with. But for the most part, a lot of this. Well, from 6s on the heads, worst case, the Ultra 20. Yeah, but then we'd be able to steal Ultra ammo. And stealing Ultra ammo would be very useful, because we've only got 1 ton of it. Although I think it's a double stack, so we've got 2 tons of it. I want to be able to put that Ultra AC-20 on something. We don't have anything to put it on just yet, but I want to. You know what I'm noticing? These all appear to be vehicles. Is that right? No, that can't be right. Ignis, Bulldog, Gun Carrier, Missile Carrier, PO Tank. Oh great, the Missile Carrier is a Thunderbolt Carrier. With a Swarm LRM. Carriers and Nesters are your worst case for getting shot, or at least the convoy is going to be soft skin targets. Yeah, but I'm not seeing any mechs. We kind of took this mission for mechs. It's a 2.5 skull mission. That's gonna suck. Gun carrier. Lobbing a couple of shots our way. Didn't sound too heavy. Popo! Alright, Popo, I don't actually want to expose you, but I don't think I have much of a choice. You are a thin-skinned little guy. Let's kick the pilot engine on. Hot rod! Recalculating. 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 It's thinking about it. Calculated. Alright, let's see how fast we really go now. I can't quite make it to the other side, but we're gonna do it.
Double time. Let's go.
Hi! Yeah, the unidentified hetzer has some sort of ballistics, so it's either an ultra autocannon or an autocannon 20. Could be an autocannon 10. There is an autocannon 10 hetzer. But let's open fire and cook a little bit.
Giving 'em everything I've got.
Maybe dart. Lucky to go on reinforcements. Hopefully after we've dealt with the convoy, but yes, that would be helpful. Okay, Hetzer moves on 17. We're good. Oh, that's the worst possible thing you could have done. Oh, dude, that's a mask on. You gotta go save somebody. Alright, calculating. Calculatron activist. It's thinking about it. It's thinking about it. It's almost got it. It knows. Okay, let's refresh the sprint. I can't make it. I'm sorry. I can't save you. I can only stomp on a striker. Maybe I can distract him. Too gory to show on TV. Okay, that's part of the convoy, actually. Okay, so that works. So we're about to get shot at by a hetzer. This is a painful experience, with many people have elected to say, and would agree, is not something you want to happen. Hi. I've got the high ground and only 59s. Hey, we hit with everything anyway. That's really cool. He's not dead, but it's really cool. KPO heavy tank. He's focusing on the hatchet man. Interesting. This Hetzer can literally single-handedly kill several of my mechs. So we would prefer if he were to die. I was very, very sad that his mask was not able to quite reach there. Had he had a supercharger. Oh, what things could have been. That's an obstructed shot. Okay, if I take the obstructed shot, I'm taking a 27. If I sprint for the direct line of sight, that will be a 52. We're going to do the 52. And it's a 71. Yeah, we're blasting him. Come on, kill him, kill him, kill him. He's light-skinned. It's a precision AC-20. Oh no. Oh no.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
Really? Really? Oh, okay. Please stop that. Please stop that. I just survived an AC-20 because the guy was stupid. Please don't be smart to follow up for him. So, apparently he decided that the best use of his AC-20, his precision ammo AC-20, was to sensor lock. I wholeheartedly agree. I believe he's the tactician of the century. Congratulations, sir. Have a medal. I will offer it to you in a very short period of time. It may be attached to a rocket, so prepare your catching arm. I do, of course, need to kill that missile carrier. If I'm in range, I will sprint for it. Please, stop it! Oh my god. We gotta get the rapier out of here.
The bad kind. Good to go.
Yes, it was the bad kind. Yeah, missile carrier. Gotta focus on you. Triggered his AC-20, so he locked his miss. He locked to the missiles and everyone got told. Yeah, unfortunately. Ooh, I can't do that. I have to. I think I have to. That gun carrier's gonna suck, but I've gotta. I can't quite put myself in the most vulnerable position, but we came close. So he's dead, the Hetzer's gotta die, and that gun carrier's gotta die, because just please stop shooting all of my vulnerable people. I don't have a shot there, amazingly. What is exposed? I don't know, actually. We have no idea what's actually... Okay, now we do. It's his entire front. Nail him?
Firing all weapons.
Heads up, Commander.
Enemy
You've got
reinforcements
hostile
detected.
contacts inbound.
Thanks, Darius. Thanks for telling us before it was too late. Aha! We're gonna use that. And then we're gonna... Oh, yeah, pirate engine. It's only at 10%. And then we're gonna run. Get out of here! That left leg is almost gone. Keep going!
Copy that.
Oh god, why? No! That was a mistake. He is now caught between a rock and a hunchback. Okay. Thank you. Yes, Darius heard the chat, which granted. No, Darius was actually listening to the computer. He's not actually doing anything. That's quite clear at this point. Darius has no idea what's going on. He doesn't really care either. So, oh yeah, reinforcements, Commander. Gee, thanks, Darius. I'm being shot at. Yeah, reinforcements. PO tank, please don't see, please don't see. He did not see. Ooh, that was painful. That was an AC-10, at least.
Minimal damage.
Okay, Ek. You want to just butcher somebody? Who do we want to butcher? We want to butcher that gun carrier, actually. So if you can get a line of sight on him, that would be ideal. Obstructed shot is going to be in the 52 range. Darius is watching the same stream we are. Indeed. Or I could run right up to him and get a face-on shot with... Yeah, I'm going to do that. It is risky? It is, but you know what? That allows me to bring the dead fires. I am going to boil. Just a little bit. Please die. You got really nasty weapons I don't want to deal with. He's nowhere near... Well, actually, no. He's actually pretty close to being dead. That would have been helpful. Please don't drive behind me. That hurt. That hurt a lot. Who's left, by the way? We got an Ignis and... No, seriously? Is it the PO? Ooh, that hurt as well. Jeez. I've never seen a bulldog do so much damage.
Losing armor.
Improved to confident. Popo is feeling lucky, man. Popo has got this in the bag. Yeah, first thing first, I'm gonna step on the gun carrier. Because I can't afford to live. Goodbye. Goodbye. Gone. And we saved all the guns. So far behind currently in the Rumblers episode 8. Love your vids. Thank you so much. You want to play the game? I highly suggest you do. Although, they're actually coming out with a new DLC very shortly called Urban Warfare, which is going to release some very interesting things. Pirate engine is... yeah, we're going to shut it off. I don't want to risk too much on this. But I am going to sort of run as much as I can to get behind things. We want to avoid being shot at as much as possible with this tank. There's not much of that leg left. And the Ignis moving forward. It's mostly a Bernie tank, isn't it? Yes, with fire. Against the crab is actually a pretty ideal target for him. And so ends the gun show, indeed. Although that gun show, what a gun show. Do I want to hit the PO, or do I want to focus on the galleon, or the bulldog? It's the bulldog, actually. Give me a side shot of the bulldog. What are we looking at? Really nice, actually. Yeah, we'll step out of cover.
Confirmed.
Jammed by ECM. Who dares do such a thing to me? To moi. To the succubus. She shall not tolerate such insolence. Open fire.
Firing a full salvo.
Oh, we got a penetrating hit on that one. Icy crit. Didn't kill him.
Take
Ignis is heavy frontal armor, so as long as you stay on this, it's going to go down fast. Yep, we got Sumo for that. So we'll bring Sumo along to just break it. And the PO heavy tank, who is no longer really seeming to get involved in this battle. Which I can't... oh, no, I do have to stop on him, don't I? Galleon moving on the side. And the Galleon is also going to deep scan. When does the new version release? Does anybody know when Urban Warfare is coming out? Sometime in like a month or so, right? But we're getting kind of close to it. The Bulldog can actually stay. Right. Oh, I can't do that because I'll cook myself. The Bulldog, how much armor do you got left? Your armor is all on your right side, so I'll maneuver around right over to there. Haha, right over to there. Yes, I'm sorry. Ooh, gotta shut off one of the LRMs. We will do so because it's a lot of fire. I've got to get through 60? 60 health? Jeez. Kill it. I was on the right side, and I don't think I hit a single shot on that. June 4th. So, next month. Yeah, coming up. It's definitely coming up. The Hatchet Man, I believe I turned my mask off. If not, it's going to be unfortunate. Forehead! Rear attack! Disco! You see, I was really trying to avoid that. I should have kept the pirate engine on. I should have risked it and just kept sprinting. But I didn't. And now he's on the ground. Bulldog will also get a shot, because the Bulldog didn't die. For reasons which have not yet been explained, but I assume will be in the next chapter. And his machine gun is no longer jammed. Well, in the water the ice trace. Indeed. Come up here and PO heavy tank. Yeah, PO heavy tank. That'll start getting him in. Yeah, that's what I figured. That's bad. Wait, Talon's destroyed?
One more for the trash.
Really?
Yes, Commander.
Oh, that's ugly. Really? The Talons blew up because of that. Hopefully it's just a glitch, because there is a glitch for target damage error message, or for crit messages. If I lost my Talons to that, I'm gonna be a very unhappy camper. Hi, Bulldog. Apparently I don't have any guns. Yeah, Bulldog, please die.
Confirmed.
Yeah, but I just didn't think it'd be dying like that. That's why I felt confident to push it in our return. Ooh, unhappiness. Much unhappiness.
Commander?
Eck, can you please slake my unhappiness?
Confirmed.
He says confirmed, so I believe him. Let's... no, you know what? Blow them to pieces. Little tiny ones, if you don't mind. Good. Okay, Connolly's been taken care of, so now we can actually sort of take our time, although we do have to get my Raven out of there. So this was a painful mission. I'm very unhappy now, because the Raven is missing a leg, and apparently we lost our Talons. We don't have any more of those. We don't run into mechs with Talons very often either, which is extra annoying. At least the Galleon decided that he wanted to deep scan instead of do something useful, as all of his friends down here are dead. Okay, Hunchback getting involved, lobbing at the Hatchman, managed to actually connect on that one. He's going to be slow. He's going to be very slow. Losing the legs reduces your speed. And an autocannon of some description. Hopefully it's not too dangerous. Otherwise we're going to be in a lot of trouble. What do you got? That's a Hunchback 4H. Okay, did we run into the Hunchback squad? Popo! Get up, please. Yes, on your feet. Continue to move. Do not stop. Ooh, goodness, that is several levels of not good. Yeah, that is many levels of not good, actually. Pirate engine, what are you at? 10%? Hot rod! Let's see if we can get any faster. It doesn't look like it. Brace. Getting around this corner is going to be a nightmare of epic proportions. And you are also incredibly slow. Jeez, just not a good day. Vigilance, it's not going to help all that much. It's a back shot anyway, so really even the brace doesn't matter. Get over here, limp over to that. From being jammed by ECM apparently. You have the ECM emitter? I would not have guessed that. I'm incredibly surprised and disappointed. So we'll just walk up to you. This is going to be using all of our deadfires on this one. Medium lasers to off. Ooh, even got to shut off one of these. That's unfortunate. Blast him. Deadfires all around the place. His frontal armor is actually starting to get a little light. He did break half the actuators and that poor thing's like, yeah, well, I expect better.
Standing by.
I expect perfection.
We'll go.
It's not going to happen.
Copy that.
Please die. Pretty decent amount of boring actually going on in there. So we've located 2 hunchbacks already. Are we looking at more? Okay, good. They've stopped shooting at the Raven. The Raven might be able to make it away. I'm really, really hoping that it's not destroyed. Oh, those Talons increased the amount of damage it deals by so much, and we were getting so close to having the whatchamacallit, the special ability Berserker, which allows you to maximize your damage. So very close. I feel very sad now. Everybody rip Talons. If they're actually gone. If not, they might... Because most crit messages do say destroyed and they don't actually mean it. HCT counts as critically damaged, but because you busted the legs, they're paying attention. Okay, hot right off. Keep going. Just don't stop ever. Brace. Now you're protected. Good, lovely. Time to cheat getting out for this up here. No, that's on me. I pushed that mask too far and I knew it. I was really hoping I could get one more turn out of it, and that was the wrong decision. Ooh, oh yeah, you can get over here and take care of this. 90%. Remove their vision of us, please. Thank you. It's even talking is slow. Alright, so we've dealt with that. So now we just got a couple of hunchbacks so far. Probably more, but maybe not. I mean, maybe it's just hunchbacks. Oh, wow. That was... Wow, that was impressive. Alright, Succubus, let's start demonstrating to these gentlemen why they are messing with the wrong B team. 46s? Absolutely. Okay, that may not have given them the right impression, Succubus. I'm going to need you to sort of redo that and actually hit this time. Yes, a couple of small fires, you know, for cooking, and campfires, that sort of thing. Nothing to worry yourself about, or smoky. Press, as we just keep walking around behind this. Ek will be up next with his missile launchers. We're going to have to be switching back to long-range missiles. Can I turn this hunchback around so you don't kill him? This mission has been extraordinarily painful on my hunchbacks, unfortunately. Oh, you've come out into the open, you don't say. 81% chance of accuracy? Really? Even with dead fires? How is this possible? What if I went with... I don't understand it? Did I hotload one of these? No, they're in standard mode. Should I fire the dead fires from here? I mean, yeah. Accuracy's accuracy. And it will punch through the defenses a little bit better. So we're out of dead fires now. Wonder if they fixed RSIQ? Yeah, that's not possible. Unfortunately, Darius is just going to continually attempt to get you killed. But hello, welcome to the stream, David. Yeah, we're going to turn around now so they can stop shooting me in the back. That was unpleasant. Embrace. Prepare ourselves for extra defenses.
Standing by.
Wait, X up again? Really, you are just showing off at this point. Target. And LRMs to active. Yeah, we're going to start shelling the crap out of the 4H. What are the 4Hs again? Oh, I used to know them. Because one of my sisters used to be in 4H. I don't know them anymore, though. Do you have anything else on scanners? It is just 2 hunchbacks? Huh. Odd. Walking forward. Just gonna continue the pace. Hello, you've got an altitude advantage on me, but I have... Oh, wait, you're unsteady. Interesting. I don't know how we managed that one, but apparently it works. This hunchback is maneuvering, getting even more high ground, blasting a whole bunch of shots and some missiles. 4 damage only, so it is a couple of smaller LRMs.
Light damage.
Can't fix what wasn't there. Ow! Stop hitting me with your AC-10s, you jerks. And fall over or something. That'll make our lives much, much easier if you decide to do such a thing. He did not. Popo! Continue to retreat. Just get out of here. You're not involved in this battle anymore. Probably the same problem with the Hatchet Man, so really we're a bit outgunned in this match. I have ER pirate lasers. How am I not hitting him from this distance? They're ER, for goodness sake. 4H is the AC-10, 4J is the AC-5, LRM-5. Oh, okay, so we definitely want to focus on the 4H then. I don't really care about the 4N then. Hitting me with more lasers than I care to admit, though. Which is unfortunate. We are getting blasted pretty hard here. Succubus, get into cover. Oh, you have a side shot? We'll deal with that in a little bit. Can I get a direct line of sight without having to sprint? You know what? I'll just maneuver there. We'll take a turn off and just blast at this guy. Hi. Ooh, all of them hit. Target acquired. He's not having a good day, or at least we can hope. Under normal circumstances, we would be sprinting the crap out of the Hunchback to get into melee with him. Today is not normal circumstances, unfortunately. I can start blasting you with lots of weapons. Ooh, you're actually much more vulnerable. So, despite the obstructed shot, you are way easier of a target. Does have a respectable pack of medium lasers to go with the AC-5. 5 of them? Eh. It's not the worst thing in the world. Although it would have been nice if he didn't manage to nail the one leg on our little tiny rapier, so we could actually get out of here safely. Also would have been nice if I didn't blow up his legs. Ugh, pain. The pain of losing his legs. Are we here just to suffer? I don't know that meme all that well, but it did recently come up. And he's going to ace pilot, keep on moving, keep his evasion up. We've got to sort of walk out of the fire, but he's about to remove our cover, which is unfortunate on several levels. Because, one, I need this cover, and two, you're being a real jerk. You know that, man? I'm going to take care of you. Oh, we can get really nice shots on both of them. We are on fire. This is an unfortunate set of circumstances. But we're almost through this guy's armor. Oh, we're through this guy's armor. Structure exposed. AC-10 crit. Nice. Alright, so that AC-10 is now officially less accurate than it normally is. And this is about as close as I can get while still being devastatingly dangerous. Yeah, I've got to shut off these medium lasers. Otherwise, next turn, we're just going to be fried. Hunt me some crits, please! You did a very good job of hunting me crits. A single lower leg destroyed? I didn't care. So next turn, we should hopefully be able to keep the fire up. Please stop. Just now. Our armor is getting quite thin. I don't want to lose the C3 Master especially. Ace Pilot maneuvering back. He is now getting a little bit afraid as he's realized that life is about to not be fun for him. And the other Hunchback also pulling back. Lobbing from outside range. That was a mistake. That was a significant mistake on his part. Because now we can come up on him. Keep retreating. Just nice and easy. It'll be fine. This extraordinarily expensive mission. Sumo. I can't catch up. Too slow. Enemy phase, because unfortunately, apparently they're better pilots. Hey, he's back! Ow. Okay, timeout. One-on-one here, man. You're not involved.
Took a hard hit there.
And he's also starting to start fires in places I really don't want him to. I can. Okay, lovely. Hi, I've come to play. Would you like to play? Oh, I can without losing my bonus. Plus the initiative and we're guarded and entrenched. Blast away, sir. Or madam. Well, it's a bit of both, actually. Okay, all of that fire was into the side that he's not broken on. I kind of need all the fire to go into the side that he is very much broken on. Shoot from here, because we get shoot and scoot. Missiles plus medium lasers? Such a good shot, but no. Okay, we'll go with the 1. Oh, apparently we're not, because that Exostar is just... No, we gotta keep them all off. More missiles, please. Crits, 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 crits! Heatsink, I suppose, is a bit of a crit, but I'm, again, hoping for the cannon. I want the cannon gone, please. If you don't mind. Get out of the fires before it burns us down. Hey, he missed with the cannon. That's good. And we also reduced most of the damage we took on that one. He will, of course, ace pilot and pull on back, but we can hopefully deal with that. Oh, never mind. He pulled on forward and is boiling himself. His mobility is pretty much shot. Well, we only took out one leg. So it's not like we've wiped out the entire guy, just one of his actuators, so it's a little bit slower, but nothing too crazy. And the fire grows. Yeah, Sumo's not getting involved in this fight anymore. Unfortunately, we're just beyond his medium laser range. Heck! Do you have a target? You do have a target. You don't say! Okay. Unfortunately, you're a little bit too close. A little bit too close. We're gonna fire anyway. Crits, 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 crits. We're critting everything except the thing that I need to crit. Okay. Let's maneuver around to the side. Because we want to pressure him from all sides. Ammo explosion avoided, but we are probably going to punch him next round. Succubus! Oh, hello. Blast him! I see lots of red numbers, and then she just annihilated everything because she's mean like that.
Destroyed.
Court him out. Okay, so I actually don't have a way of getting it to you. Apparently, this was not a way to get up. Huh. Interesting. In that case, I'm actually going to stand still, see what happens. Because he's not all that fast. He's a hunchback, after all. Hunchbacks are not exactly known for their high speed and low drag. Alright, Popo, continue your evasion pattern. Just leave. Embrace. Reduce all the damage. Sumo, start walking this way. You're not in this fight anymore, but I can't afford to just leave you still. What's your plan, buddy? Apparently he has no plan. He plans not to have a plan, which in and of itself is an interesting plan. Oh, I have a shot, but I've only got one shot left, so we're just gonna brace on that one. Get our temperature back under control.
Commander.
I could pop out and shoot. Maybe a way to do things. Because I do have a better long-range punch than he does. Because I've got largest.
Everything I've got.
But he does have cover. Which hurts a lot. Keep the maneuvering going. God, this Raven is so slow. Maybe if they leaned on each other, they could get places quicker. Yes, Commander. He's on his way. So we do have a line of sight, and I do think we can get a better line of sight moving forward. Okay, missed, hit, a couple of hits, a couple of misses. He's really dancing on that side. We've got to stop him firing on that left side.
Standing by.
Do you have a shot here? You do not. Somehow he has the shot on you, and you didn't have it on him. Seems unethical. Stand right here. We're back up to full resolve, so what we're going to do is we are going to vigilance, and then we're going to blast him. Not being quite as efficient on that one, but Eck should now have the shot, and it is going to be beautiful, right? Right, Eck? Fairly beautiful, actually. Push the limits of the temperature, because this is your last set of missiles. This is actually the thing that I've been worried about on this mech, is that we kind of don't have enough temperature control.
Watch my heat. Taking damage.
Popo! Continue to evade. Did I see mines somewhere around here?
Aye, aye.
Succubus. You're going to shoot.
Roger that.
Okay, there goes half the mech. No, just part of the mech. Hand destroyed, medium laser, target acquired.
Taking a critical
All sorts of nasty things for him to have to deal with.
hit. Affirmative.
Ace pilot. Sumo, keep on the move. Slightly faster all over. Seems like you want to hit a certain spot, you need to aim for the adjacent location so you trick the AI. Yes, it does appear that it doesn't quite want to give me the shots that I'm looking for. Okay, he's going to come up, he's going to disco. Ooh, structure exposed. Wait, what?
Stabilizers failed.
Wow, this has just been a terrible mission. I am not happy at all. We took this on a 2.5 because we thought that the hardest part was going to be the convoy. Turns out, no. The hardest part was going to be a pair of hunchbacks.
Yes, Commander.
Stand up. I didn't tell you could lay down on the job. 2 legs for the hunchbacks. Clearly, yes. Alright, you got shooting scoots. That's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to blast away with all of your lasers.
Locking target.
All penetrating hits, so that's nice. And then you're gonna walk backwards.
My mech is limping.
Yes, it is. We're working on it. We hope to have a solution shortly. The ecological disaster was not averted. Scoot and sort of shuffle. Pretty much. Okay, Succubus, here's the plan. Are you listening? Because I need you to listen good. The plan must be to kill him before he realizes he's about to die. Can you do this? Without hopefully losing your arm, which has the C3 master in it, which is incredibly important. So, girl, if you lose that thing, I am going to be furious. Mask to active. We're going to risk the 10%. And you know what? Just to really miss the pirate engine. Okay, we can be anywhere we want. So, as it calculates, Calculatron has completed. I need to be in front of him. And the reason is because he has a completely open CT. That will not be good. Oh, he just walked down to the side. Oh yeah, he has nothing on this side anyway, so we can burn through that without too much trouble. Hi. With any luck, actually, you know what? We're gonna vigilance. We're gonna trick luck a bit more. Vigilance. Give us some defense. Give us some aggression. There we go. Blown off most of his things. He's been ouched. His initiative has been penalized even more. Side torso destroyed, and Popo's up. Popo continues to limp on forward. Chris. Heck, Hunchback is going to turn. That's obvious. That's honestly his best idea right there. Because now he protects his his weak front armor. But he does only have like, what, 15, 25% armor, or 25 armor in the back?
Got it.
He might be able to do something with this. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I think we've got him.
Firing on rear arc.
Okay. Are you dead? Just eject, man. You're surrounded. You've got nothing left. Yeah, you've hurt me, but you haven't hurt me nearly enough. I mean, you've made this incredibly painful, and I'm going to enjoy ripping your mech into little tiny pieces. But, yeah. I think I've got you. Actually, let's make sure. Left side. I need to be on your left side. So, movement. Hi. Just to be extra sure that you do not survive the next couple of seconds. Girl? What? You know what she did? She shot his legs. She shot his legs! But why? Why would you do this to me? At least he's shooting the right side instead of the left side where I actually need this stuff. Override successful. I don't know how many times he's going to be able to actually pull this off. This has been one of the most painful battles that I have ever been involved in. Get right behind him. Target. Blow him apart, please. Stop hitting his legs. There is a proper location to be shooting him, and that's his CT, right in the back. Why no melee damage? Are you talking about why are the melee damage numbers reduced for most mechs?
Yes, Commander.
Or why because I'm not doing melee? I'm not entirely sure why they decided to do that, but because you can scale up melee pretty hard in this game. Now it's a slap fight. Well, I brought large lasers to a slap fight, so let's see how much of a slap fight this ends up being. Goodbye. There may not have been a survivor on this one.
Mission successful.
So the question would be, do I want to do 42 damage or do I want to fire my... Well, actually, the 42 damage probably would have been pretty decent. Yeah, whatever. We killed him. We've got him now. It's going to be a long and expensive repair, which is painful in so very many ways. But we got him. Ugh. Losing the talons. Really? Really? The talons? You had to take the talons away from me, game. All I needed was those talons. Well, I should have put... I did push that mask to a pretty significant level. This was a dang Yang. Yes, it was. Yang is not gonna be happy. You jerk. At least I only had one talent that I lost. Nothing really was in this leg anyway, so that's okay. This has just been sandblasted. Hatchet picking up a ton of things that it killed. So, what are we gonna get here? Whole bunch of LB2s, which are worthless to me. LRM-15s of no particular note. Thunderbolts, a big electric probe, a C3 slave, C3 improved, a couple of fusion cores. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you outright kidding me? That was terrible. It's terrible on many levels. Alright, let's see what we can do with this, though. Plus 24% indirect fire missile shots will seek out new targets with. So is this just a straight-up bonus? So plus 25% long-range missile damage. Indirect fire missile shots will seek out new targets within 120 meters of the target. Long-range missile ammo, 120 shots. Would this not just be all positive? Bunch of parts look good with the C3I? We may take this. Because we can put this in the trebuchet. Let's do that. Let's take a swarm. We could do... Ooh, LRM double. We may use that instead. Actually, no. The additional accuracy would be very nice. Couple of precision shots, double shots. Thunderous mine deploying. Yeah, I know. But it's only half. It's not really game-changing because it's not doing a ton of damage. 1 mines per projectile, 2 mine trigger radius, 15% mine trigger chance. Well, maybe if we used it more intelligently than the AI. It's only 60 shots, though. So I'm not sure I'm super enamored with the idea. I like dealing my damage rather directly. Less than kill missile ammo. Because we're already starting to struggle with the amount of ammunition that he's got. That's one of the problems. Kinetic kill needs, the farther you are, the more damage you do, which is interesting. It's a bit of a twist on the normal setup. Nice thing is thunder damages all the legs, which means you can soften them up for salvage. Yeah, that is a good point. Let's grab the thunder. So we're apparently grabbing mostly LRM ammo today, which is more than a little amusing to me. Because I am taking that double stack. I don't think I have any, right? Yeah, I don't. Clusters, incendiaries for the ACs. I mean, we could grab an AC-2, but I don't really see the point. It's a rather disappointing weapon system. Ballistic computer, I think I already got one. Oh, I don't. But I already have the Gauss rifle one, which is the only big ballistic... I do have an ultra autocannon. I do have 2 ultra autocannons. Just lay it on the moon and watch the tanks go pop. I thought they were intelligent enough to avoid it. Ballistic targeting computer, maybe. The C3I. Don't I have a couple of these? I already have 2 of them. I could grab 3 just to have three C3Is. I mean, I don't use it. That's a bit of a problem. It's +2 resolve, plus... If I added them all up together, that'd be a 15% increase in sensor and sight, but it's 2.5 tons. That's huge. Oh, I don't know. Could grab it for the 3 just to have the 3. The weapon systems, other than the ammo, are really uninspiring. I mean, the LB2s... They're 5 tons. Okay, so they're a little bit better than they are in actual tabletop because LBXs, aside from the LBX-10, don't actually give you any weight savings. 25 damage. Does have the accuracy of the cluster, which is not terrible. Wait a second, isn't this light autocannon 5 levels? I think it is. Maybe not. Also need to check quickly the... How much does the cluster ammo do? I mean, I'm not going to take it, but... because it shoots multiple times. Into 2 submunitions. Normally I do slightly more than you'd otherwise know. Grab a hunchback part. Or a C3I. I'm leaning on the C3I just to have the set. Even though I'm not using them at the moment. But that is definitely where I'm leaning towards. The hunchy parts might get issue 1 cobbled together from bits and bobs. I don't know how many hunchbacks I have. That's kind of the problem. I know I've got the 1 from the hunchback 4N. We'll grab that. Alright, let's see what we got. AC2, we got 2 of the LBXs, which is actually kind of interesting because I'm a little bit interested in the idea. LRM-5, a whole bunch of useless machine guns, internal combustion engine, which is worthless to us. Yeah, we weren't exactly lucky on this one when it came to the random rolls, because we've got 2 LBXs, but we don't have any ammo for them, which is a bit of a problem. Next version of the game fixes difficulty for AI in-game intelligence and tactics. The AI can be quite clever, and you can actually turn on a brutal mode if you want the AI to cheat a little bit on you. So, the AI is not terrible, just Arius is. That hunchback actually did a fairly decent job in most of what it did, although I'm really surprised at how much it survived. It really should have died a little bit earlier. Alright, let's get ready for that painful long-term repair. The reason why this repair is extra painful is this pushes the Disco Hawk and the Trebuchet back, and I really would like to get my 55-tonner on the field before, you know, terrible, awful things happen. After all, we kind of need it. It's super useful to have, and we'd like to actually get a 55-tonner on the field. Also one with the ballistics. Do you have 2 LB... If we pick up a blackjack, we've actually got the right cannons for it. Because apparently the LB2s are lighter. So LB2s with cluster rounds, that wouldn't be terrible. +1 accuracy, +1 evasion, pips ignore. That's a pretty significant upgrade. Normally when we were using the LB10s, we would pretty much only use the cluster rounds. 231. Ooh. That's pretty much the only response we can give is, ooh. That was expensive. What is the bad ones? Oh, it's not as terrible as it could have been. Oh, we're not doing a mission for about a week. From this up top. Hatchery is only 3 days down. Wow. Alright, let's go. 1. Meeting Archangel. Gathering supplies, planet side, Agrimex. And buy the pilot a drink, see what happens. Archangel is now available in the hiring hall. No, we actually did make a profit on that one, actually. I think we made a little bit. Not much, but a little. Let's go check out who this Archangel is and why I would ever bother buying them. Strange illness emptied the lance of damaged about... What? I don't know who this is. And I'm going to be blunt. I don't see a point to buy him. He is a Kickstarter backer, so more power to you. You're an awesome person. Got a lot of Kickstarter backers here on this planet, apparently. But we are already a little bit tight on funds. Check the traits. Good point. I didn't see any traits, though. Yeah, I don't see any traits.
Yes, boss?
Glitch is up. We're not taking glitch. Them's the rules. We're not allowed to take the original group. Yeah, so Archangel does not have any traits onto him, but maybe he has something super special. I mean, this is the default name that shows up. Yeah, I'm not really interested in picking him up at the moment. Unless he's got something amazing that I'm not aware of, which is entirely possible. I wouldn't mark that out at all. Let's see, what do we need? Oh yeah, we just need time. That's the thing we're waiting on. Wait for the time. Stop, because we need to check out our hatchet man, because it's busted. Old and busted. Unfortunately, that hurts so much. Let's go repair it. Yeah, we lost our talents. You jerk. That was 1.5 tons of stuff, though. Hi, I'm here to see what I can do with 1.5 tons worth of stuff. I've already got claws, so I don't need a spiked fist. Gas rifle systems, comm suite, sheath beacon, which we're not going to use on this thing. Can't even throw on the C3I, because that needs another ton. Let's see. None of that. Maybe jump jets? Give us 3 jump jets. That wouldn't be terrible. What do I currently have open on this mech? I have a ballistic slot and basically nothing else. Oh, a support slot? Yes, I do. What's 1.5 tons of a support? 1.5 tons of a support. Sure, why not? Laser AMS system requires no ammo. Increased heat generation. AMS intercept chances 30%. Fires 10 shots. Generates 6 heat. Overloaded AMS mode. Intercept chances 35%. Fires 15 shots. Produces 18 heat. Overloaded AMS firing mode has a 50% jam chance. And a 90 increased missile interception range. So 3 more tiles. Active probe. Yeah, we could do in that direction. Do I have an active probe for you? It's only 0.5 tons. A Beagle is 2. So we're stuck between 0.5 tons and 2 tons. Might be a better idea just to give him the AMS. Gives him a little bit more protection. Increased sight range by 10% though, which is pretty powerful. How much is the Beagle? It's 15. Put that on there. Wait. How? Oh, I thought I read... Huh, I thought I read it was 2 tons. I must have been looking at something else. I must have been looking at the Angel. Tack on a tag? Nah, I think we'll just take the Beagle, because it's a 15% increase in range for sight. So... yeah, I was looking at the Angel. I'm going to watch it again from the beginning to see what these talons are. Talons basically give you a percentage increase in damage, in melee damage, as well as a flat damage increase. So it's like +6 or +12 and then +20% or something. And that's one of the reasons why we're up to 250 almost damage with his hatchet. Because it gets rather ridiculous. It's awesome, but ridiculous. We're looking on this... Put the hatchman up top, because the hat... No, not the trebuchet. Shift to the top with you, sir. Because I need it. That'll give me... We'll almost have a lance in another couple of days. 2... Grab is done. Trebuchet is done. Okay, we got another lance ready to go. And the 18 is ready to rock. Yeah, talons are amazing. They're also really hard to find. Talons, claws, spiked armor, spiked helmets. There's a whole bunch of gear that just increases the amount of damage you do. Those 2 pirate ER medium lasers that we have, that's a +6 damage 2 melee attacks. We don't know why, it just does, which is super important. But they're also the rarest pirate medium laser, or the rarest pirate laser that I know to find. Alright, our pilots are ready. Let's go check the mech base, see if anything else is dented, damaged, or otherwise broken. The Trebuchet 4M has a problem. Oh, what, you broke a leg? Yes, you broke a leg. But it's a free repair on that. You have a supercharger? Since when? I don't remember putting that on there, but I'm not going to complain. Alright, Mech Warriors, we got to check out the B team, see if they actually leveled up on this. Because we did, of course, give them quite the interesting mission to go on. And they survived, so they've got that going for them. Popo! He can take guts. We'll give him the heat generation perk now. And Punisher, Succubus. Succubus is ready to go. Piloting? +1 max evasion, or overheat threshold, or call shot bonus. Oh, call shot bonus is so good, but piloting. Let's keep that mech alive a little bit longer.
Good to go.
And, okay, so guts versus tactics on this one. Yeah, we're going tactics. Call shot bonus, +25% view distance, +3 initiative. Yeah, tactics. Alright, Sumo's ready to rock and roll. Let's go check out a contract, see what's available. We need some money, and we need some stuff. And I really don't want to take a 3-skull hold the line. We could, but I don't want to. If I take it to Ven base, though, I may as well. What do you think, guys? Do we end off on a hold the line? We work for the Free Worlds League on this one? Or do we kind of not risk all of our cool gear and stuff on that sort of mission? Thrown to the side is a pair of low-level assassinate missions. Ugh. Beefed up security. Yeah, the problem with beefed... Well, actually, it pays off nearly as well. Minus 600,000. This would give us good salvage. This pays out really well. They do frustrate me. There is no lying that. But this pays out really well. This has good salvage. Don't risk it? Okay. 3-skull assassinate mission. No, we're going to do that. In that case, we'll drop on beefed up security then. Or we could travel. Because we are getting kind of down to the end of the contract. We do have enough cash in order to move. Discouraged is not good. So, tell me if you guys think that it's time to go traveling to a place. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go buy a lounge upgrade. Just for the morale boost. And the tech boost. It's basically the same as this, except better. Because this costs 400,000, this costs like 400,000. And this is 5,500 upkeep. And only gives you 1 tech point, whereas this gives you morale and tech points. Which, you know, much better. Whatever. So, do we want to travel? What do you guys think? There is a star map with which we may travel to locations. This was actually not a terrible setup in terms of difficulty. Like a star map, new optional worlds. Ah, yes. The entirety of the inner sphere. Probably going to be looking for a 2-skull world. And let's go zoom in on us. Where are we? There we are. There's the Black Sheep. Who's nearby? We have the Shadow Dragon Squadron. We have Roncon Industries. Anybody else? No. How's the war for Steiner going? We don't want to get involved in that. Yeah, Clan Wolf is currently invading Steiner quite effectively. Looks like the Valkyrie is also breaking them. Steiner is having a bad day. Alright, so the Rumblers have also been heading down towards Capellan Space, and there is a bit of a reason why for that. Because I kind of have been looking for a specific mech, and I want to head into the Capellan Space to figure it out. I would like a 2-skull planet in Comstar territory, because that would be ideal. But we may not have that choice. Heading for Clan Space is always fun. We can start heading into Clan Space. 18 days, 2-skull missions, Zurich. Battlefield presence, Comstar presence, former Star League presence, inner sphere level civilization, large population, medium gravity, moons, planet-wide storms, recreation, Terran world, and travel hub. It's got 4 factions. Yeah, we're traveling. Let's go to Zurich. What do you think, guys? I'm thinking, yes, it's a bit of a hopscotch over New Canton, but I'm not about to stop at a 4-skull world. Actually, where is Earth? Do we have it around here? Tall trees, Gansing. I was figuring Earth is somewhere around here, right? Noah, Ned King, Arbus, Slocum. Wait, Slocum is Comstar? Nathan's on board with going to Zurich. Or is it Earth controlled by the the Capellans? It's one of the two. Yeah, we're going to Zurich. Let's go line up 2 skull. And off we go. 18 days means we're not going to be able to get our new mechs by doing this. Financial report's coming up. That's going to cost $1 million, but it'll be fine. We'll be good. Pause. Mech Bay, are there any other repairs that I've got to make that are outside the normal repairs that we normally have to make? Yes, the rapier also has a leg that is quite broken, which needs a little bit of patching up. Fix. Costs us nothing for nothing. Confirm. A bit more north? Okay. See, who actually has electronic counter or electronic war? You've already got a 12th and arc beacon. You got a slick suite on board. Do you also have an ECM system? Don't think you do. Right torso, left torso. No, you don't. Could give you one. It would mean removing your slick suite. I can't give you the sheath beacon because you got the spiked helmet. You've got an armored cowl, but I'm not against giving you a sheath beacon if you've already got a ECM system, because that'll free up some tonnage. Doesn't look like you do. Really? Seems odd. Armored cowl is pretty nice, though. The Clint could get a sheath beacon. Oh, no, he's already got powered sensors. So. Well, we've got it whenever we build something new. Like this Shadowhawk, potentially. Pull off the comm suite in order to put that on? Or did we put a spiked helmet on for the tonnage? I forget. Keep on ticking down the days. Travel to Zurich in only 6 days. Wow, we had to sit there for basically the entire recharge. Things started right straight on until morning. That's the wrong spelling of morning. Please no. We would like to survive and exist and continue to fight and win. Financial report day. Hello, taxman. Why do I owe you so much money? Why do I owe you so much money? Do you deserve this much money? I don't think so. You know what? I'm not paying you. Just go away. Alrighty, just another couple of days until we land at Zurich. Another couple of days for the upgraded Argo Lounge will be nice as well. We have arrived at Zurich. Hello. We have come for your finest money laundering. Owned by Comstar. Comstar is... they like us. They think we're okay. 9 days until the Disco Hawk. 12 days until the Trebuchet. Just do that. Alright, let's go check out the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Contracts. Contracts for sale. Let's see what we got. A whole bunch of low ones. Yes. Restricted access to Clan Jade Falcon. Dead or alive. Includes travel to nowhere. Got it. Wolves. No, no thank you. Not anything quite that high. Is there a straight up battle? Because I'd like a battle. Or intelligence agents. That's not a terrible one. Cease and assist is a destroy. Vanguard is a defend. Burden of proof is an ambush convoy. The general is an assassinate with 2 of 10. What? Alright, give me intelligence agent. And you're going to pay me in... Ooh, Comstar would not like that. But I want Comstar to like me. Starboard surrender? 9.5 skulls? But... That's not cool, man. I really want to take intelligence agent. But Comstar would probably drop a level with us. And I don't want to lose levels with Comstar at the moment. But I do want to do something fun to end the stream. Stubborn Surrender might be a way to go. You can pick up a lot of salvage on it. Yeah, we'll do Stubborn Surrender. And then we'll pick up Intelligence Agent next time. We have no reason to check the store. We're not going to buy anything. We generally don't buy things. Plus, we need money quite badly. Salvage on this one could be 919, but it could be 3 or 13. And show me the thing again. Very old mechs, 1.5 skulls. Good pilots, old weak mechs, 1.5 skull. Cash, you think? Not quite sure on that one. Reputation, clearly. I'm thinking cash, actually. Because it's only a 1.5 skull mission. I mean, what's it gonna be? Sell junk? 919 is almost $1 million. I gotta go with this one. No real bonuses to cash. Yeah, but it's almost 1,000,000 C-bills anyway. I mean, what are we expecting from a 1.5 skull mission? A 50-tonner, maybe? Maybe? Ah, what the hell, we'll do it. Maybe we'll run into some cool gear. I'll send the B team out on this one because I want the A team ready to rock and roll on the for next week when we start. It is a nice payout, but maybe we'll get nice gear. 1.5 skull with a high payout could be really nice gear. So we might run into some more sheathed beacons. A couple of light engines would be just amazing. Maybe we'll run into a Gauntlet 1-0 and we can finally get that goddamn mech. I have 4 parts to a Gauntlet 1-0 in this campaign. In the Rippers Rumblers campaigns, I have 2 parts to a Gauntlet 1-0, 3 parts to a Gauntlet 1A, and 4 parts to a Gauntlet 1B. And none of them combine, and it really irritates me. But the gauntlets are made by Steiner, and we are no longer in Steiner space. We have come to Comstar in order to work for Comstar, which kind of defeated the purpose for coming to Comstar. Huh. Oh well. We're gonna rock and roll and have some fun. Hopefully we'll come down on them with the force of avenging angels. If we do run into a gauntlet, we just need to kill it. We have 4 parts, I think. Probably. And then once we kill it and destroy it, we can get cool stuff. You're clearly not allowed to be running the gauntlet. Clearly. There is something wrong with us trying to run a gauntlet. They don't combine with any of them, and it's like, why? Are they not all the same mechs? Are they not all Omni-mechs? You think an Omni-mech, if nothing else, would combine with itself. But no, that's not how that works, apparently. Oh, I've never had an Omni-mech. I really would like an Omni-mech. Although Omni-mechs are expensive to maintain. There is that. But still, there's a couple of Omni-mechs that I would really like to see in this game, one of which I know is being made, and I'm really looking forward to that mech. Alright, we found our ground targets. Have you ever played with House... I've never allied with anybody. I am very neutral. I enjoy doing things on my own time, in my own way, on my own schedule, in a way that does not normally involve the war that I would actually have to pay attention to and figure out who's allied with who. Because apparently there are, like, truces. I think the Greater Valkyrie right now is allied / has a truce with Clan Wolf to carve up Steiner. So at this moment, I do not align myself with any faction, because we are all, I was going to say hippies, but we're not. Well, we don't join wars just yet. Eventually we may. I mean, the career mode is very long in RogueTech. It's like 5,000 days. So eventually we may decide to. But for now, we shall remain gloriously independent. Oh crap, I brought the rapier. Didn't mean to bring you. Hey, it's a flea. A harmless little flea. Sumo, keep the pace going, because you're going to have to chop a flea, and we got to make sure that you deal enough damage to make it worthwhile. Well, you did that Jade Falcon short run. We did a Jade Falcon run? Nope. The super short experimental on Sunday thing? Yeah, that was purely a, just seeing what would happen with the new system in place for maintenance. It was not pretty.
On my way.
But we could do a Jade Falcon run at some point. Like, I don't like Jade Falcon politics, but... Oh yeah, ammo. That's what we needed to change. Someone remind me before we end the stream. We're going to swap out the ammo on the whatchamacallit, on the trebuchet. So we can give them better weapons. Got a Clint, because of course it's always a gosh darn Clint. They are everywhere. They follow me. They won't leave me alone. Stop it! I have no desire to play with you, Clint. Go away. Unless you bring a bow and arrow. If it does, then tactics are going to have to change. But for now, I have no interest in bringing a Clint along. Where is that third one? And why is it so gosh darn hazy? 34, 26. Yes, shoot the Clint. Hey, we hit the Clint. So that's working for us. All right, keep the rapier on the move. Get that special. There we go. Clint. Hunchback Facebook. It's not. It's fullback. I don't know. We're probably gonna have to kill him, and he's probably gonna be incredibly dangerous. Kill the flea with fire and SRMs. Okay, the SRMs, but no fire. I can work with that. Succubus. We have a flea that we're currently trying to kill with fire and SRMs. I suppose you can bring the fire, and that's what we'll call your weapon system. I have no good target. Really? You're the best target I can match? Well, apparently so. Open fire! Oh, there goes normal heatsink, so I don't care. Side torso, pilot injured. We killed the large laser, so that's great. Proof they're not all Canadians. Yeah, I didn't even put that together, but yeah, good joke. Good point. Alright, what do we got? 19%, 19%, 24%. Here, have some fire. Take some damage, please. Did I break something? I don't think I did. We kind of spread it out all around on the place. And he's walking forward. Hello, Panther. I mean Clint. You have a PPC? You're the scary Clint. You're the dangerous Clint. You're the Clint that has lots of energy weapons. I don't know about your buddy, but you are not fun to play with. Of course, you. I have 2 hunchback parts. So if I leg you, I will have all the hunchback parts I could need. That would make this endeavor worthwhile. I hope. We took this one for salvage, right? Yes, we did. Ooh, Pirate AC-5 misfired and damaged, which would mean forever now he will be less accurate with that weapon system, which works out very nicely for us. The flea, of course, running like a child because he doesn't want to get involved, which I can't blame him. If you are in a little tiny flea, do you really want to get involved with large lasers? The answer to that question is no. And if you do, seek help. Okay, a little bit of light medium laser fire. Nothing too bad on the rapier so far, but the rapier is not exactly designed to take damage. Hi, that would be very good. That would be even better? That would be even better. So we'll maneuver right there. The 3 of you has a lot of ice tech too, double heat sinks here. Yep. So we gotta hopefully take him mostly intact, but I'm getting a hunchback maybe. Hey, we've damaged your structure quite nicely. Sumo, there's... actually, Sumo could make... maybe? What do you think, double that? Double that? I've got nothing to lose in the legs anymore. Mask on! Calculate! Calculatron! Calculations have been completed. Can I punch anybody? I can. Hiya, Pirate Clint. It's not a huge chance to hit, but maybe it'll work. Oh, just glorious and lovely. And there goes all of his stuff. Okay, so we took out the first of the enemy. 25% destroy the enemy mechs. I can position myself right here and hopefully nail you in the side. It will be lovely. The Hunchback FB, I don't know what you're packing, and I'm going to be honest, I don't really care. Hit him with the missiles. Penetrating hits. Lots of blowing stuff up. Shoulders. Double heat sinks destroyed. Status wrecked. Indeed. Succubus, you are about to attempt to follow up and do something similarly amazing. Kill him. That's a start. Okay, I'll take the leg. Unfortunately, I've got no other mechs to fight him with, so we're not going to get the opportunity to just aim target at his other leg to try and blow him apart. But good initiative. I like taking out his leg. He'll be very slow. He'll be unable to defend himself, and we're about to get punched by a hunchback. Aha! Can't touch this. You have a gas rifle in your shoulder, which makes me a little concerned. I'm not gonna lie. I'd also like to have that Gauss rifle, if you don't mind. Like, because it looks like it's real. Not like the wimpy little light Gauss rifle that we recently stole from a much smaller mech, but yours looks real. So maybe you give it? Okay, pulse laser fire. Only one pulse actually managed to hit, so we're feeling pretty fine about that one. I would like to take you mostly intact, because you do have some pretty cool stuff, as has been pointed out. Popo! You're gonna go for this other side. Hello. Do we cook? Yeah, absolutely. There goes his arm. So we lost his ERPPC, which would have been nice to have. Found his destinies and melted his lag. Succubus, can you also... How much armor do you think this... Not enough. That's the problem. 160. It would stop there, which would take his legs out, which would put him on the ground, which would give us a chance. It's a lot of ifs. Position ourselves for a follow-up, but you're getting the blast here. I was kind of hoping for the leg. Maybe he'll eject. He is... No, he's dead? Okay, please don't kill the mech. 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 Yes! Ha! Victory is ours. So we actually managed to get most of that. So that's lovely. Sumo! What I require of you is to kill him without killing him. Does anybody know if the FB has an XL engine? It's only 48%. Ooh, wow. That's impressive. I don't think we're going to hit. Hey, we hit! He's not dead, so he doesn't have an XL. He's unsteady, though. Eck. Ek is capable of dishing out considerable amounts of firepower in a very short period of time. It's rather impressive. It's one of the reasons we keep him around. Well, mainly it's one of the reasons we keep his trebuchet around. But let's not get caught up in all of that. Yeah, right. I don't want to hit that. I don't want to hit his side because I'm worried about blowing it up. Hi! I have a gift for you. Surprisingly less accurate than I was originally intending. Nevertheless, here's a gift. Knock him over, knock him over, knock him over. Hey, that's a knockdown. So that's 2 pilot injuries up on him now. How many? I need to see. I did not see. And the flea is back from outer space. Just came in to see that. See you there with that sad look upon your face that you hadn't killed the fullback yet. Okay, okay, so he's got 2 wounds of I don't know how many. And we have blown off part of him. So we do have that going for us. Hunchback is maneuvering. Good! He didn't manage to hit us. That's lovely. I'm probably going to put the hatchet man to go hitting this guy. Popo! Popo is cooking a little bit. We need to get that under control somewhat. Hi. Medium laser 2 off. Small laser 2 off. That will do. Fire the missiles! Unsteady, unsteady, unsteady. I was about to shout Magnificent Bravo, but that would probably be too loud. Let's see if we can't kill him, because I am... Okay. A little less enthused, but I like your effort. Succubus.
Awaiting orders.
Can you take care of this guy? Because we've basically... It's a formality at this point. Just kill him. Style point, bonk. Popo has taken care of it. Alright, there we... Oh, just lovely. Oh, that was just beautiful. Succubus, you are an amazing crab pilot, and I'm very happy to have you in that mech. I mean, don't tell the black sheep I said that, but you are a fox in that mech. Just how many times you managed to hit those shots. Beautiful! Okay, so that's pretty much all that fullback. I think it's fullback. I mean, what else could it be with FB as its name? But... Oh, damn it, it's a hero. Hero mechs don't stack. So, some good, some bad. No salvage. Yeah, unfortunately, hero mechs do not stack with normal mechs, and this, I'm 90% positive, counts as a hero. So we have that working somewhat against us. But a Gauss rifle, we kept that alive. It'll be a full one, too. So not that little tiny light Gauss rifle that we managed to recently salvage, but an actual, honest-to-God Gauss rifle. I don't have a mech that can use it, but hey, we're working on it. Alright, show me the money. 144,000. Your Gauss rifle, another potential Gauss rifle fire control system? Maybe. What? Oh, did I blow up your hips again? Sorry, didn't mean it. When did that happen? I didn't pay attention. Must have happened after I tried to axe him. Ooh, it's a silver bullet Gauss. It's everything you loved about a Gauss rifle, and more. Alright, so it's nicknamed the Flying Debris, despite the fact that it's FB, not FD. Yeah, well, at least the mass doesn't kill itself and I didn't have any talents to lose. So I'm okay with that. So a silver bullet Gauss. Thank you. Ferrofibrous, possible. Whole bunch of heatsinks. Double heatsink kit, I have one, right? I do. Spiked helmet. Meh. Ammunition for our silver bullet Gauss rifle. And what else do I need? The ferro, maybe. The pirate engine. Activatable, it makes us a lot faster. 20 heat per turn when active. Ooh, I didn't realize it was quite that toasty. The joke is, it's named after MWO artist. Oh yeah, that's right. Somebody recently told me that. Not recently, but the last time I ran into him. I think it was you, actually. Yeah, we could go with the double heatsink kit. I mean, you can never have too many double heatsink kits unless you have sub 250 engines. Maybe the pirate, though. You can never use the pirate engine. This is 15% lighter in weight, which is helpful in a lot of ways. It's not as good as a light engine, but it's not bad. So, clearly a silver bullet Gauss, because silver bullet Gausses are amazing, and I speak from experience on this one. And it is a Gauss rifle, so it's going to combine with the Gauss rifle targeting computer that we got. This would be the weapon to use. We're probably going to need a second ton of ammo, though, because 8 shots is a little bit light on that. The Silver Bullet Gauss is kind of like an LBX in that it can fire in a normal mode, it can fire in a cluster mode, but then also the Pirate Silver Bullet Gauss can pick up and use scrap to shoot, which allows it to shoot in the cluster mode, except there's a chance for it to explode. So, yeah, it's a very nice piece of equipment. Yep, the Pirate Silver Bullet is amazing, and we have one. We have one in Ripper's camp, in the Rumblers campaign as well, and it is amazing. We have 2 actually. We recently brought the second one back online. Oh, Patchwork Materials Tier 3, but no. We have had so much trouble actually finding Gauss ammo that I'm going to actually keep it. Log it. Let's see what happens. 3 Hunchback parts, but they will not stack. I will bet they will not stack. If they do and form a mech, I will be ecstatic, but I don't think they will. Pretty terrible rolls for everything else, though. Alright, so we got 3 Flying Debris Hunchbacks, which will be nice. If we ever run into it again, if we get most of his mech, then we will have a Flying Debris Hunchback, which, you know, super Hunchbacks are always cool. 2 Clint parts too, never know. Oh god, no. Not another Clint, please, no. No. I've had enough Clints. We're done. We finished that. We have 1 Clint. That's all we ever need. Please, no more Clints. I cannot stand them. I cannot stand them using a Panther model, but even when I look at the actual model, the Clint is ugly as sin. There is a reason why the Clint has not been put into MechWarrior Online. Because it's terrible. In every single way. Oh, but it's super popular amongst mercenaries. Yeah, that's because it's ubiquitous, because nobody wants it. But it's super easy to maintain. Just go away. I do not want the Clint. No Clints for you. So not terrible. Silver Bullet Gauss is a good pickup regardless, though, because silver bullets are amazing. Just gotta find a mech that can take 14 tons, 16 tons if you include the ammunition, onto it, and that's gonna be not many mechs. The cluster mode will actually be pretty useful, though, because, you know, you can then follow it up and use an LBX.
That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
Oh, okay, they stack? Thank you. Thank you a lot. Okay, we got a Hunchback 4N. We got a Swayback. Lovely. 4,260 for the next 2 days. Hey, just scrap and maybe get a few useful parts of the high-tech version. Yeah, that'd be nice, but we got a Hunchback. We have our first mech that has a big ballistic that actually can take big ballistic. So let's take a moment to take a look at our brand new fullback, which we can't afford to build, but we're going to sort of sketch it out, just to have an idea of what we're looking forward to. Let's see what's left on this mech. I can't imagine this much. Well, I got the pirate engine. Or not the pirate engine, but the normal engine. Fix it all. What do you got? A fusion core and 2 medium lasers. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, max out the armor. Come over here to equipment. I require... really nothing. I have nothing in here that I can use. Ooh, this is not going to be easy, is it? Swayback does still have that ballistic slot. Well, in terms of the cost, yeah, but the Flying Debris version would have been nice. Okay, where is... we could do a couple of things, actually, with this thing. Check the store real quick, because I do need to see the store, because I need gas. Gases are heat efficient, which is one of the reasons why I love them. I love Gauss rifles, I really do. Tabletop, they're 15 damage. They weigh a little bit more than an AC-10, and they have great range and are chill. Okay, there's heavy Gauss rifle ammo in here. How about normal Gauss rifle ammo? I'm not seeing it. There's not. There's rack double ammo. What? So how is it possible that I can get heavy Gauss ammo, but not normal Gauss ammo? Yeah, but that was before we actually had a silver bullet Gauss rifle which needs ammunition. Which, by the way, they don't have that ammunition here. Yeah, they've got nothing. They've got an ER large laser. That's interesting. E-cooling systems, which they always have. Fusion cores, ferrofibrous, assault jump jets, levels of ammunition that we do not care about nor need, and streak ammo. Yeah, there's nothing in the store for us, unfortunately. So, one of the things we could do with this, just for the jokes, an Ultra Autocannon 20. Because why not? And if I take out the medium lasers, I can fit it too. Because I have a double stack ammunition for it. Speaking of LR ammo. Oh yeah, thank you. I will do that. Just after we sketch this for a little bit, because... So we could do this. If he had another ballistic hardpoint, I would basically turn him into a turboback, or not turboback, but a Hunchback 2C, and do that. But Yes, we will do the trebuchet shortly. So we could do this. This would be a fully armored, fully equipped. There was fancy LRM. Was there? I wasn't paying attention, so there was that, of course, working against me. Weapons, filter for missiles, safe, streak, MRM, ATM. ATM ammo? Seriously? How? The clans are miles away from here. And a half ton of swarm. It's worth 2 shots. We'll think about that. We've got a half ton of... Could we really do that? That would be 1.5 tons of swarm, a half ton of thunder, and a ton of dead fire. We start getting into some really weird territory there. Because already we're running into problems with the amount of ammunition we've got. I'm considering just using that double stack magazine. Because that'll give us 2.25 tons worth of ammunition in 2 tons. Incendiary ammo? Yeah, for MRMs. So we don't have an MRM. We might yoink the supercharger at this point for more ammo. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. That's a very good point. So in that case, it makes sense.
New equipment available.
Because that's taking up a ton. And so we'll grab that. We're not going to be able to do anything. So if we were to do this, I do have a ton of double-stacked UAC 20 ammo. So we could do that. It is an option. Really, though, what we would need, though, to make this properly work is I would need a large enough fusion core in order to make this thing run a little bit faster, which I have the fusion core. I just can't fit it. 300 rated fusion core. That would speed him up to 11 by 7, which would be a 610. That would be a sprinting machine with an ultra auto cannon 20. Clearly, that is not what we're going to do. Clearly. What we're more likely to do, what we are much more likely to do, is pull off all that, take our silver bullet Gauss, and a ton, well, 2 tons once we find it, because we do need to start hunting for another ton. Ammo Gauss. We'll use a, because this is just a sketch, we'll just use this to represent. And the silver bullet itself. This is not ideal because you can put silver bullets in arms, and I'd rather have it there. Max out the armor. A 250 LFE, but probably not an XL. Yeah, I wouldn't put an XL in a mech this heavy. So that, we would also need a XL gyro. And so an XL gyro, a light engine, a 250 rated fusion core, the Gauss rifle targeting computer. Because we're low on space, pull that there and call it just there, just because we're going to need the entire space for the gyro. But take out the sheath beacon because we're light on space and it gives us a lot of capability for space. And then the cockpit can't be a spiked helmet, but we could then throw in a rangefinder. Nah, comm suite for the additional. And we would build something like that. That's going to take a long time. It's going to take a lot of tonnage. And in this form right here, that's actually, in this form, this is not terrible. Give me endo, please. I have endo, right? I do. Oh, I've got endo composite. I might have endo steel? Ooh. I got endo composite. That'll help a little bit. This gives me enough space for what else? Because I don't have the Gauss rifle, I'm going to make this work. I mean, that's off the table at the moment. I don't think I need the heatsink. Yeah, I don't need a double heatsink kit. We would just rely on the normal heatsinks, which would be nice. So we wouldn't even need to use one of these. Keep on saving it. Maybe jump jets to fill in any additional space. This mech does not need much, though. But at the moment, we can't afford it. So let's go take a look at our trebuchet, which is something we can afford. Yeah, David, I think jump jets might be the way to go on it. But let's go take a look at something that we can modify. Where is my trebuchet? There you are. It's looking me right in the face. While our 5S is still being worked on. It's so close to being ready. 9 days. Okay, so the supercharger is cool. It's interesting. We're not using it anyway. Because we kind of don't need it. Now, what we can do, because that frees up quite a bit, is we'll pull off both tons of LRM ammo. This gives us 3 tons. Now, kind of what I'm thinking might be the best solution on what to do, and kind of defeated the purpose of buying that swarm LRM. We are definitely running out of ammunition way too quickly, so double, and then give me the swarm LRM. That's a ton. Oh no, I can't. Yeah, that's because we wanted the thunder. So the end gets another half, then a thunder, and then where can I find a ton of? Where can I find 1 ton on this mech? Because that's what I want. It's a lot of different kinds of ammunition. Where would I find a ton on this mech? Heat efficiency is pretty much where it needs to be. We're already way too trim on armor. The lasers are very helpful to have. Could just go with a normal ton of LRM ammo, but I don't want to do that. I want to make it special. Could go with narc ammo. I mean, that would be totally worthless in something like this. Because the double LRM will make this work. Double LRM makes this whole thing deadly. Taking off the 240 engine for a 250 is an idea. How does that help me? And then you'll be 10 for 10? Yeah, but the double heatsink is free. So how does that help me? Is the 240 and the 250 the same weight under a light engine? Because I don't think they are. 12.5 tons. 11 tons. Yeah, this would just put me even more overweight. I mean, now I'll be 1.5 tons overweight. So I've lost on that. There's no point in picking any of these up. I got full endo on that one. Patchwork materials only at 25, which is not enough for anything. We pull that off. That allows us to speed up a little bit. This is too light on ammo. This is much too light on ammo. I need that extra ton. So I will give myself that extra ton. So... Oh, no, wait. Crap. At least 1 medium laser doesn't seem like the end of the world. Yeah, that is true. Pull this off. Gives us the 1.5 tons that we need. Well, not quite. Now about 0.5 ton. And armor. Armor will keep us together. So in that case, what we can then do is we can fill up the armor a bit on this. So we're a little less vulnerable. You can up the swarm ammo to 1 ton. We've got 1.5 tons of swarm ammo here. So we've got the 1 ton here, the 0.5 ton here, a 0.5 ton of thunder ammo, and then I don't got any more swarm ammo because we're out. So that's all the specialty LRM ammo that we have. Aside, of course, from this double stack, which I would love to have, but I can't get rid of the Deadfire because the Deadfire is just devastating when you get in the right range. And the swarm ammo is an additional amount of damage. So that'll actually work out okay because we'll armor up. I was thinking about putting a case in. I don't think I have a case. I'm fairly positive I don't. But if we did... Yeah, if we had a case, it'd definitely be worth putting in this thing because this is a powder keg waiting to happen. Which is terrifying. The reason why the Deadfire ammo is over here is just in case this explodes. It'll save this because I don't want to lose that. Okay, we armor up. Get our back armor a little bit better protected, which I'm very happy about. Drop back to the 240? Nah, we can use the speed a bit. Yeah, we could. That'll give us a little bit more armor. Patchwork material in the head to give us a little bit more defense. Nope, that's it. Yeah, that'll be fine. Give his CT armor a little bit better. Case is more ammo, if you remember. We don't have case. Oh, wait, you mean... so case is a thing that prevents ammo explosions for going to the CT. Case 2 reduces all ammo explosions to 3 damage. It's very useful to have if you're going to stack up this much ammunition. Although we do have the Nullsig on here still, which is kind of hilarious to me. So the pyro targeting system and the sensor tracker gives us a +4 accuracy on this mech, which is one of the reasons why he can get accurate shots whenever. And now we're about to up that damage by 25%, so it's going to go from 4 damage to 5 damage, which should be pretty nice. We lose a medium laser, we gain a little bit of speed. Do we actually get any speed on this? 10.6 versus a... No, we don't. Oh, wow. Actually, that's pretty terrible. So yeah, we're getting nothing for doing that. And we don't even need the crit slots, so we keep that in there. That gives us a half a ton. So... But I wish I had another... Because I'm really happy about having the armor up here. But if I drop back down... No, I don't want to do that. Having this much ammo in here, that's a lot of crit spots for it to seek, and that would be terrible. So, I think they're going to ammo up. We did actually pick up another ton of ammo, just in general. Or another half ton of... 1, 2, 3... Yeah, we picked up a whole nother ton of ammo. You could lose a half ton of ammo for the double pack of LRM. Yeah, but I want to deal damage. 60 shots. It's 180 shots. That's 6 swarm shots. That's not bad. That really isn't. And it could ungun my lasers even more, but we're starting to get into low levels here. Are they going to any sort of super special smalls? A Magna small? I wouldn't actually be losing too much damage on this one, because it's 25 versus 20. And unfortunately it cooks. It cooks bad. Wow, 6 more heat than a normal laser. That's pretty awful. But it does deal a fairly significant amount of damage. The main thing about this mech is the LRMs. The lasers are just nice, but... We're going to see how this handles. I think we'll see how this plays... Oh, cancel. How this will play out. I think it'll do actually pretty decently. So let's just top off the armor up top so that we're fully kitted. And of course, I will actually do that and that. And we're gaining a pretty decent amount of protection, especially from behind. We're losing the supercharger, but we were barely using it anyway, especially with LRMs. We're gaining a ton of LRM ammo. We are losing a medium laser, but we're gaining 25% more damage on 6 of our shots of LRM ammo. And we're gaining the opportunity to use thunder ammo, which may or may not be super useful. So yeah, we're going to lock that in. That'll be 5 days. And only 59,000. So we can make that back pretty quick. But yeah, so we're in a pretty interesting spot now. I could just sell the Clint. It's only 281,000. That's really cheap. The Clint has some pretty interesting gear on board. Endo, Pharaoh, a weapon mount. Oh, but it's a lower armor actuator, so that wouldn't help us. I may sell the Clint. I don't know, actually. We're keeping the Hatchman. Hatchmans are amazing once you really upskill them. But I'm really thinking we may end up selling one of our mechs. Can't sell the Arbiter. The Arbiter is our best scout mech. And the Rapier does a fairly decent job as well. But I may just rob the Clint. I could put it in storage. Ooh. I don't think the storage bug is here anymore, so there could be that. Or we could sell it. Yeah, I'm not really sure on that one. Probably going to sell this Javelin, actually. Strip and sell? Yeah, I'm thinking we may actually go in that direction. If we stripped it, we'd sell both that and the Javelin, though. Because we're not going to use either one at this point. Although the Javelin does have ballistic slots, we could throw on ultra autocannons onto it. We're firmly out of the 30-ton range. We don't really need it. I sold you... Wow, this javelin is actually worth more than that Clint. So do we sell the Clint and the javelin? Do we store it? I mean, it kind of sucks that we're losing our mortar combat unit, but... You know what, we're going to wait on that. We're going to wait on that until we get all of our other mechs going. Because we are 9 days from the Disco Hawk. We are 12 days from the new Trebuchet, which is equipped with some serious SRMs, if I remember correctly. Can I actually take a look at that without canceling it? Oh, whatever. We're going to throw this Trebuchet up to the top. And then the Disco Hawk next to it. We'll finish that in 2 days. We'll be able to go on another mission. And we can be rather aggressive about it. Or we could take the Clint on a subpar mission, which we may end up doing. We don't have to sell until the end of the month anyway. Alright, so that's going to do it for the stream. We have been hanging out for about 3 hours, which is a little longer than we normally do, about 3.5 hours almost. So yeah, I got quite a decent amount of work done, moved on to a brand new planet. We are now on Zerk, working kind of with Comstar, trying to get a little bit of work done on here. We've picked up a brand new 50-ton mech. We're starting to get into a phase where we can start getting rid of our smaller, less useful mechs in sort of the medium cavalry lance that we like to go. So yeah, interesting directions are being had. So anyway, I've been Tirek. If you like what you've been seeing, maybe hit that like button and subscribe. If you're new here, check out the rest of the channel. We play this RogueTech. Our current mainline campaign is Rippers Rumblers, which is a little bit further along than this one, in a very comfortable position. Or we also play a game called Starfleet Command, which is a Star Trek game, except it's a tactical combat simulator. If you don't know what that means, go check it out. It's got 8 different empires, 8 pirate factions, a massive map, all sorts of different units. I think you might enjoy it. Anyway, I will see you all in the next episode.